I go, well, we just got home from JV soccer, won on a penalty kick with 10 seconds left. Geeks beat Olathe North. It was awesome. Yeah,
that is sick.
Yeah,
Sorry,
pretty cool.
Owen. Is that what they call them? Owen? Olathe North? No?
Owen? I don't know. We can.
You're not
You
on
can,
tonight.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. You can OE. Yeah, we say OE, but so I would imagine they say ON, I guess, OS, OW.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it was fun. It was great win for the guys last night.
OE had
yeah.
a different meaning back when I was a kid. Old English.
Old English, brother. Yep. You and what was the guy's name who used to do those commercials, or was that for Colt 45? Billy D. Williams. That was Colt 45, not Old
Colt
English.
45.
St. Louis,
And
Missouri.
2 zigzags. Mac knows that reference. Yeah. Afro Man, what's up? I don't know if there's ever been like 3 songs from one artist that everybody knew from about, well, I guess maybe Garth.
Yeah,
But,
Garth would be
like
one.
everybody knows Friends in Low Places, no matter how old you are, because it's been like poisoned in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Remember they did that at the Royals games, and by the third,
I
round,
loved it, and people wanted it gone, and
it lasted what, a couple years?
oh, it lasted a long
Like a
time.
decade?
It was a long time. Yeah, they got rid of it. Like I want to say in 13 or 14, and I remember being at the World Series talking to Trisha Yearwood, Garth's wife, you know, and she told me, she goes, man, Garth is really hurt that they got rid of this song here. And I was like, oh, wow, that's too bad.
Damn.
I loved it, though. I thought it was great. And I would be hurt, too. I mean, you got a song that's playing there at a ballpark, and it goes on social media because the people sitting at home didn't like it. That's one of those things where you look at what social media has to say, and then you actually go to the game where people are, and you realize it's a completely different narrative that's being told. Too many people pay attention to what people on social media say, and what they say is useless because they're not actually at these things. They're sitting there complaining from their couch. You go to a Royals game and they play Friends in Low Places, and everybody's up singing and having a good time and enjoying it, and yet, Weeble Wobble 102 in his mom's basement is sitting down there, this song is terrible. They need to get rid of the song. Sir, you're not at the game. You don't see the enjoyment that people are having at the game singing this song.
Like, how long are they saying Sweet Caroline at Fenway?
Oh, forever.
Like, they still do it, right? I've never been to Fenway.
Yeah, they do that every single night, and people are singing and loving it. That's what I get. Like, when people complain about things, I always ask myself, are you there? Are you part of what's going on? Because I've never been to a baseball game at Kauffman Stadium where the guy next to me or the people next to me are going, oh, this song sucks. It's time to move on. Got to get rid of this song. No, everybody's up singing because it's a singable song, just like Sweet Caroline or whatever song it is that teams use at the ballpark. They do that for a reason. They create that tradition and fun that goes on out there. It's always the people who don't participate that complain. It really is, in everything in life. It's
100%.
always been that way.
Yeah, they're curmudgeons of the world. Go back to your hole.
Yeah, I don't like.
Meanwhile, they go to the game. They're like, "Where the whiskey?" Hey, what you doing over there, Craig? Yeah, seems like you know the words. I got friends.
I mean, it is. It's exactly what it is. It's 100% what it is.
Weird.
This song is terrible. They need to get rid of this song. Are you at the game? No, I don't go to games because of the song. Oh, okay, fine. Then,
Where'd you know every word? It's not my fault. Well, you don't have to know it.
Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable how many people complained about that, but yet everybody's singing.
Yeah. Sure seemed to like that song last time we went to the game, Craig.
Yeah.
I have nothing against Craig's. I just think that's the name that popped into my weird brain at this time.
You always come up with the best weird names for people. You really do. Dave, Dale, Craig. I laugh every time.
I always give credit to Rob Deerdeck for that because during COVID there was nothing else on but what was that? The ridiculousn's. And he just every time there was some guy doing something stupid on like a bike or a car, he'd be like, here comes David coming down the street. I don't know why that. Like the guy flips his bike and like gets up. Like what happened? Like to me, the funniest part was like the commentary from Rob Deerdeck. It's just like it just.
Oh, that's
funny.
good. I never heard of that that show.
Oh
so.
man, if you ever get out of the garage, you got time to kill. Put it on like for like 30 minutes, and it's just internet viral.
What's it called?
Ridiculousness.
Ridiculousness.
Yeah, it's like only thing they put on MTV these days. But yeah, every time it's like some random name and a guy like effing up something.
How old did Dusty just sound? It's the only thing they're putting on MTV these days. Back in my day, we had Garth Brooks singing,
No, we had TRL.
God, TRL was the best show.
We had Carson Daly.
God, I love
and now
that
Carson
show.
Daly's like on The View or whatever. Good Morning America.
Good Morning America. Yeah. He's moved on. But
well, he's hanging around.
Yeah, he definitely
but I mean,
is.
I was that kid that
I love TRL.
First time I ever had movement south was when they did spring break. And they just have random people doing like bikinis, like walks, and then there'd be like NSYNC playing or like Blink-182 would play or something like that. And they'd be like, all right, I'm Carson Daly. We're live in spring break. Here's video number 10.
See,
and it was awesome.
It was fantastic.
Times Square, they'd look down the glass. And you'd
Loved
be like,
it.
I'd love to go in that crowd. Then your parents are like, no, you wouldn't. You're like, what do you mean? You're like, yeah.
Yeah, well, see, that kind of started when I was in college, right? That TRL show, and so it was kind of past my time when I was growing
That's
up
kind of your
there.
neck of the woods when you were a kid.
Yeah, we did New Year's Eve one time.
How far was Times Square from you?
Oh, 35 minutes.
Really?
It's not far. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. We'll go in April for the Yankee Royals game. I promise you. We'll book flights. We should do that today. Spectre's out. So, but
that's tomorrow.
Oh, that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. We should do that today just to
CJ.
pretend like we're here late. And so I forget what I was going to say. No, so the
about Times
crowdedness.
Square.
Oh yeah, Times Square, the TRL. That's the first time, and I really think TRL is the reason why Britney Spears became on the map, because when she was doing that "Oops, I Did It Again" and dancing around and whatnot in her Catholic schoolgirl outfit with one of her first videos, I was like, wow, Britney Spears is here and she's ready to roll. I just saw something else the other day that she's kind of out there in left field at this point in time, but that TRL show was awesome. I love that TRL show too, because you knew what you were supposed to be listening to almost, right? Like it was a connection to the music on the radio and everything. It was a perfect television show for the time.
My favorite part about the whole thing was like, you know how like radios will how many times in your life did you hear Fast Car by Luke Combs? Like, I could never hear this song again and it'd be too many times. TRL would retire videos.
Yes.
So once you were on for too long, they were like, we're going to retire this video today. It's been number one for the last 9 weeks, but it's over.
Yep.
And then you would see the next group come out with a song, like, that'll be number one for the next one.
Oh, damn.
And you would sit there and watch and try to guess where songs would come out in the top 10. It was great.
It was a great TV show. Honest to God, was one of the best TV shows that we ever had, Dusty. I'm glad you brought that up this morning. Now I'm all fired up on TRL and how great a television show that was.
If Netflix could do it, they would go back and just make all the seasons of TRL available.
Yeah.
Because you found out artist beefs. Mark Wahlberg didn't like Eminem. And then Nelly dissed Eminem on TRL. He was like, I don't like M&Ms. I eat M&Ms. And then Eminem went to the lab and did this freestyle, which I'll send you the video. It's insane. And it's just you stop messing with this guy. It doesn't end well. It's coming after Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. You poke the bear.
Right.
But it ain't going to end well.
Yep. But you're right about that. You learn so much about the artists.
great.
I mean,
That's kinda cool.
it was just a tremendously well done, awesome TV show.
And then it was gone.
And then it was gone.
Yep.
Yeah, and then it was over. And you're like, where did this go?
And it was Carson Daly hosting.
Yeah, Carson Daly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was the host.
He was the man. He was Seacrest before
Oh,
Ryan
God,
Seacrest.
he
It
was,
was
man.
Carson Daly.
Carson Daly, being on the set of TRL.
And before him, it was Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
Who just said, it'd be kind of funny if I didn't live to be 100.
He's 99. But that was Betty White. She died a couple of months before she turned 100 years
Might have
old,
been
right?
days.
Yeah, it may have been. It was really close to when she turned 100. But yeah. Carson Daly was the S man.
I guess it was
then.
Dick Clark.
Damn, I had no idea. I just see him on The Voice now. That's the
Oh,
only thing I
dude,
know
no,
of
he
him.
was.
Oh,
it
no,
was,
no, no.
It was Carson
Yeah.
Daly's World at 2 o'clock on
Yeah,
TRL.
it
We
really
know.
was. You raced home from school back in the day to watch that stuff in college.
Okay.
That was
That makes
must watch
sense
TV, and then you followed it up with an hour long of the Dukes of Hazzard. But
You could almost say because of TRL, we had the Video Music Awards. I know they were around beforehand, but videos weren't popular because we didn't have YouTube. We didn't have phones.
Yep.
We did, but we didn't have it
But
like
that
that.
was also the time where MTV was starting to merge away from really showing videos all the time. And so that was your hour long that you knew you were going to get videos. You knew you were going to get the top 10 music of the day and all that kind of stuff. You knew what you were going to get that day. Yeah. And MTV kind of matriculated away from doing all the videos and the music that they had, as we sound like old men sitting here today. But that show, man, God bless America.
And then
that show was so good.
What's that guy's name? Chive Owen from Cheers, the mailman?
Cliff Clavin?
Cliff Clavin.
Or Chivo, and I kind of like that better. I don't know who he is, but maybe he's a better kicker than Harry Butker is at this
Clive
point.
Owen, but the porn star. No, but then VH1 had their version. It was called Pop-Up Video. So
Which is great.
They play the video, and they would just pop up facts about the video. This video was actually shot in the basement of a home in Chicago, not actually in this part. This is
Pop-up
actually
video.
Not,
That's cool.
Oh, it was great.
Pop-up video was great as well. Yeah, there were some really good shows back then, and then they just got rid of all of that stuff.
Rock and Roll Jeopardy with Jeff Probst before
was
he was
another
the
good
host
one.
of Survivor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways, the Chiefs.
You spent a lot of time watching MTV, didn't you?
Dude, I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
Lions Chiefs. Another ratings. Another one. Sunday Night Football reached new heights, no pun intended, with 27.3 million viewers tuning in to watch the Lions take on the Chiefs. This viewership milestone demonstrates the continued dominance and appeal of the Kansas City Chiefs in prime time. That comes from Football Predicts Tips and Picks, football_predicts. So that is another one there for the Kansas City Chiefs. I also thought I saw a thing other than that, which was It's like the second highest viewed game ever in the NFL in October.
Oh my God! Wow, I'm not
believe it was something like
surprised.
that.
I mean, it was the two best teams in the league. I think maybe Tampa could have an argument for
Well,
something
we're the
like
ninth
that, right?
best team in the league,
Yeah,
according to
ESPN.
ESPN.
ESPN can take a long walk off a short pier.
They
I mean,
went down 2 spots.
I mean, they went down 2 spots after beating the Lions in the ESPN Power Rankings. Like
That's right.
that's why I look at ESPN and I laugh. Like Ryan Clark is there. You know, like all he does is get into trouble too, with stupid stuff and whatnot. And then ESPN has them ranked 9th.
But yeah, and I know
Mad
you-
Dog's screaming about things, and I mean, it's a mess.
I know you love the ratings numbers because it always involves the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Week 1, 19.7 million views against the Chargers. Week 2, astonishing, 33.8 million in the Super Bowl rematch.
That's insane
33
for a midday afternoon game, right?
Yeah, and then week 3 against the Giants, I believe that was Sunday night football,
night, yeah.
25.3 million. Ravens, that matchup, 23.9 million. Monday Night Football against the Jags, 22.3, and then last Sunday night, 27.3.
I would love somebody to come out with a list of how that compares to other teams playing in those primetime spots, like how much better the Chiefs are in that primetime spot than anybody else out there, because they are. I mean, they just are. They are must-see TV. They're must-watch TV, and you had the 2 best teams in the NFL playing with a Super Bowl matchup at hand, and you watch the Chiefs go out there and smoke everybody, and then the world melted down. It's the refs' fault. The power rankings came in. Like, everybody lost their collective minds because the Chiefs are back.
Yeah,
and that's fun.
This comes from 41 News. The Chiefs Lions averaged 23.7 million views across NBC and Peacock based on official Nielsen big data plus panel and digital data from Adobe Analytics. It is the second most viewed, second most watched October audience in the history of NBC Sunday Night Football.
What's the number one? Do they give you that? Because why don't
don't
they
have
give you
that.
that? Like, they need to give you that information, right? If you say it's the second most watched NFL game on October on NBC, give me the number 1 game.
Yeah.
Why leave that information out? You obviously have it.
Right. So, again, you ask, where are the noon games this weekend? And then you wait. But there's a reason why the Chiefs will now have played. Let's see here. Like, where can I go here? Jacksonville was Monday night. Detroit was Sunday night. They play at noon. It's Sunday night against the Washington Commanders, and then it's 3:25 standalone against Buffalo.
Yeah.
Then bye week, and then bring on the Broncos, right?
Right, yeah.
So this ain't gonna stop, baby. Like,
There may be more games flexed into prime time, too, if we continue to see some teams lose that are, in there. We may move some games back to Sunday Night Football, or who knows. But, this team just generates ratings. It generates revenue.
I do love this text because it says makes you wonder how high or low the ratings will be at noon this weekend. I'm gonna guess 19.
I mean, that's a good guess. Yeah, probably a little bit lower. I'm going to go about 17 because it is that noon window. Usually the 3 o'clock window picks up a little bit more. And then, obviously people are home Sunday night. And so things are going on throughout the day nationally. I'm sure people may not tune in. I'm going to go about 17 million. I think if you get 17 million on a noon game on a Sunday, that's a really good number.
Yeah,
really
plus it's
good
the
number.
Raiders. It's not like it's this titillating matchup. Not only that, plus they put 70-11 games at noon for some reason. NFL.
And then four teams play on Monday night again.
Again, yeah.
Coming up on the other side, we'll dive more into those rankings. Plus, we'll talk about this team and its unit as a whole at the wide receiver position here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Creed Humphrey, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Hey guys, it's Dusty Likens, and that cool weather's moving in, that hot weather's moving out, but keep it hot in the bedroom. And if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction, just remember that ED is nothing more than a medical condition. Studies show that around 50% of men over the age of 50 have some form of the condition, and young men can be affected by ED as well. But what you may not know is that ED stems from a variety of causes, and these often call for differing treatment strategies. And that's what Heartland Men's Health does. Heartland Men's Health treatments work when the pills or the herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can even have you last an hour or more. Heartland Men's Health successfully treating men in the Kansas City area. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, schedule a consult with Heartland Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider and a T and PSA test. And if medically advised, a test dose. And if the test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. They have an expert staff, and if you are like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Kansas; Independence, Missouri, between Blue Springs and Lee Summit; and in North Kansas City. So call my friends at Heartland Men's Health today at 844-447-6600 or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Chiefs Checking for Community America is for real fans. Because real fans know tap to pay is the ultimate play. Zero fees mean you win with ease. And big savings at the team store means you can score more. And who doesn't love scoring more? Community America is investing in helping Chiefs fans step up their financial game. Get started today at communityamerica.com. Member owned, open to all. Community America Credit Union. Invested in you.
Upgrade your laundry routine with a durable and reliable Maytag laundry pair at Lowe's. Like the new Maytag washer and dryer with performance-enhanced stain-fighting power. Designed to cut through serious dirt and grime. And what's great is this laundry pair is in stock and ready for delivery when you need it the most. Don't miss out. Shop Maytag in-store or online today at Lowe's.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic, made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription. And I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
FanDuel is getting you ready for kickoff with an offer you will not want to miss. New customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet $5, and if it wins, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use all across the app. You can build parlays, bet player props, ride the live lines, whatever your style, FanDuel has you covered. The NFL season is finally here. The only question is, are you ready to play? Visit FanDuel.com/Alex to download the FanDuel app today and get started. FanDuel is the official sports betting partner of 96.5 The Fan. Must be 21 and present in Kansas. First, online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under agreement with Kansas Star Casino, LLC. Gambling problem? Getting help is your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by the Kansas City Wind Supply Group Vendor Showcase Thursday, October 23rd at J. Rieger & Company Distillery, Missouri side, 35 southbound from Missouri 152 into downtown is a 12-minute trip. Kansas side, 35 northbound, trip from Olathe into downtown, about 20 minutes. Discover the latest HVAC, plumbing, and trade solutions with companies like Honeywell and Aprilaire and 20-plus other vendors. Kansas City Wind Supply Group Vendor Showcase Thursday, October 23rd, 3 to 6 at J. Rieger & Company Distillery. Plus, enjoy complimentary food, drinks, tours, prizes, and networking. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
What's the name of this jam? Do you know? It's always a good one.
It's something by REO Speedwagon, I think, right?
This is Spook Light, full classic rock.
Spooky season, baby.
It is.
Hell yeah.
Getting there, right?
Kind of want to get a mom and a pumpkin and put it on the front porch just to fit in. Only house on the block, no Halloween decorations.
Yours is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Only person.
Dang.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Pretty festive neighborhood.
That is crazy.
Is that your
Single solo
is
guy.
yours like that?
Hell no. I
Yeah,
don't
mine
think
is
anybody
a
has it.
fucking-
Maybe somebody has a pumpkin out.
I've got
you know?
webs down the street.
Wow.
I've got purple and green lights, which is kind of cool.
Oh,
Thought
that is
about doing
kinda
that.
cool.
One light purple, one light green. Got for some reason the most popular Halloween decoration, the 9-foot skeleton in yards that scare the absolute piss out of you. Whatever, they're 20 feet. I don't
Those
know.
things are huge.
I like coming down the street. I'm like, good God.
I mean, they're massive. You
How do
drive
you
down
buy
Ward
that?
Parkway, these people have them all over their houses out
Does that come
there.
in pieces like from an IKEA set?
I don't know,
Home Depot's
man.
got
Like,
'em.
And you have to,
do
like,
they
put it all
really?
Yeah,
and you got to
they
put it
do.
all together. Like
think
this
so.
thing's like building a building in your front yard. I mean, these things are giant. They're as big as houses and buildings and things
Bigger.
like that. I mean, who's putting those together? I mean,
know.
it's insane. For an extra $50, will Home Depot do it for you?
You need like a crane to put it together.
Good Lord.
But yeah, so spooky season, Raiders come to town, fits the narrative. Raider week has officially began. Wednesday, the guys are all going to be back to practice. We'll get some information with the team, where health starts. One thing we do know is that, man, diamond in the rough type of find, Juju Smith-Schuster. I don't know where he compares to like a Royals player of the past, but seems like a perfect guy for the locker room. Kind of like that
Todd Frazier that came in
I would
this
say
year.
Adam
yeah.
Frazier.
Yeah, Adam Frazier, yeah.
Adam Frazier
That's a good
type
one.
of, what did Q call him? A glue guy.
Glue guy.
Right? You called him that yesterday. Or as Mitch Holtis has called him all season, who joins our show Fridays at 7:20.
The door.
The
door hinge,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
doors don't stay shut, open, or closed without that hinge,
Right, right.
You can have one, but it's just going to fall forward or backwards. And Juju went to New England for that 1 year, and everybody just said, oh, yeah, washed, right? 28, 29 years old is how old this kid is, right?
8 years old.
28.
Crazy.
Insane.
You think he's 32, the way
Right.
he's talked about.
Yeah.
And, quite honestly, depending on where he stays with this team and this franchise, we're talking about maybe one of the more fun, likable Chiefs players of all time because of not only his vibe outside, but the dude's got almost like a 5-tool personality, right? He can be the athlete. He can be the fun team guy. He can be the dude that's going to get his nose bloody and go after Deion Branch to protect his quarterback. He's going to be supportive. He's going to be, flashy at times. He's got all that sort of stuff from a flamboyant personality that's open and wide and family guy and all this sort of stuff. And then super good teammate, fun, hip, awesome, all this sort of stuff. And then sneakily kind of good still on the
good.
football
Yeah.
field, right? Like you just never know where Juju's going to pop up. Is it going to be in the Super Bowl against the Eagles? It's happened. Is it going to be against the Detroit Lions for 3 catches for 48 yards? It happened. And then, how he kind of pops his team up.
What I got?
Caught! Touchdown!
Yeah! And we're not gonna act like you didn't ask me what the play was. I gonna lie to you. He's like, what I got? I'm like, well, you got a shallow touchdown. I'm like, oh.
Called his shot for Hollywood Brown.
That's
Not
awesome.
his shot. Hey, Hollywood, you got the shallow route. Take it. We'll score. Boom, touchdown. Mitch on the call.
Well, he's going to go down as probably one of the more fun, members of this team that we've seen. And after stepping into the ring and taking one from Mahomes the other night, I think probably people perceive him a lot different now, right? Like he is a must-have player on this team. And there's not many of those guys that you look at that don't contribute in big ways where you say they're must-have players. This guy's a must-have player. He's more valuable than Frazier was for the Royals, probably more valuable than even Ibanez was for the Royals when he came in there that time, because Juju Smith-Schuster is doing something both of those guys really didn't do, and that was produce on the field, right? There was some production here or there from those guys, but nothing like Juju Smith-Schuster is bringing to the table. So he's bringing that kind of glue, as Mac talked about, but also bringing the production as well. And you can, bring both of those together. That's one hell of a football player, man. And, things just work differently here in Kansas City. You mentioned the trip to New England for Juju Smith-Schuster wasn't very good. Washed, right? Came back to Kansas City and just fit right back in to the entire system. And sometimes systems and places are just good for people. They want to go away and go somewhere different and do something new and see if they can, make that cash on their own. And then they realize, man, life was really good with the Chiefs. I'm going to go back there and be the door hinge and, take a punch from Mahomes and win Super Bowls. And that's what's really fun about that. I love the way that this guy is playing right now. He's been a real asset to this team.
Juju's numbers so far this year, 19 for 225, averaging 11.8 a game on a catch and averaging 37.5 yards per game, which is interesting because there's no secret.
Well, do you see his stats from last year? Because his stats this year, he said 225. His stats last year, he had 231 yards all season.
All season, yeah. He wasn't very productive last year. But also, too, last year, you have to remember, what that wide receiver crew looked like. You didn't have Rashee Rice. You had Xavier Worthy as a rookie last year. I think Kadarius Toney was still on the team for a little bit of time.
The offensive line was
line was a disaster. And so, there was not much of a running game of which to speak, and they went to the Super Bowl, right?
And I think also, where I've stated from the beginning when they drafted Josh Simmons and they could kind of build this offensive line, it benefits it's a domino effect, right? It makes Patrick Mahomes better. Who's the leading candidate for MVP this year?
Yeah, Mahomes.
One of the big cases to that is the offensive line, which also allows him to have these wide receivers, because last year when you had a dissipated offensive line from the shoot with Wanya Morris and Suamataia trying to figure out if they were going to be a left tackle or not, we found out the truth there. Kingsley, very solid left guard.
Really good guard, yeah.
Good lucky miss, right? Or a good miss, as they say in golf. And, now you have your future at left tackle. We'll find out more information along that. That's on his own time. When it's available, it'll be available. But you've got, obviously, Jalen Moore, who's filled in, quite honestly, perfect.
He's been great, yeah.
He'll do it again this week, we assume, from what we've heard from Nate Taylor, who joins us tomorrow. Nate Taylor.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect Josh Simmons back quick. I think right now, if you're a Chiefs fan, don't worry about Josh Simmons at this point in time. It really isn't.
When we know, you'll know. Everybody will know.
Yeah, and just worry about Jalen Moore right now.
Right.
Like, Josh Simmons should not be part of the conversation if you are a Chiefs fan at this point in time.
I also don't need to have a media member every single time, which I know it's going to happen today. Like, you will know the same time we will all know. Asking the question in the media, hey, have you heard anything from Josh? Is there any update? Yeah, it's still, he's out.
Yeah, but you got to ask it as a member of them. You do. You have to ask the question because they're not going to offer that. These teams, they don't offer up anything. They don't even offer how they're doing today. How you doing? Who wants to know?
Who's asking?
It's a simple human question, man. I was just making human conversation. It's okay.
Jimmy Ray.
Are you okay? Is it good? You all right? Who wants to know? It's just a simple question, man. So the question, they won't offer that. Or maybe Andy does start it off, with what's going on.
They will start it off like, hey, look, here's what happened with
right,
and then you are merited.
But if they start the press conference and Andy said, "Hey, here's the latest on Josh Simmons," and lays it all out, then you don't have to ask the question. The question then doesn't need to be asked because Andy already gave you that answer, right? And he's not going to give you anything different. So, but if he doesn't address that at the beginning, then yes, you have to ask 100%. Have to ask that question. That was something Vermeil always did when they would lose games. He would come in on that press conference on Monday and he'd get up there and he'd disarm the entire media. He'd go over everything that he knew everybody was going to be asking about, and then he'd open it for questions. You're like, well, you've already addressed everything that anybody had a question about, and takes that away and controls that message. And that's what Andy needs to do with Josh Simmons. He just needs to get up there today and go, hey, here's the latest on Josh, so we can tell you this is what we know, this is what's going on.
Kind of get on the offense.
Yeah, exactly. Just like they did the other night, scoring 30 points. You kind of attack right away, right? And you let everybody know this is the situation, this is what's going on, or you don't. You say, hey, look, I wish I could give you more, but we're going to let Josh deal with his family issue, his personal issue, his what's going on with his life, and we'll move forward and we'll focus on Jalen Moore playing left guard or left tackle, and that may turn out to be the most important signing that we've seen in Kansas City in many, many years, because if they didn't sign Jalen Moore and just drafted Josh Simmons, right? Now, I know the signing came first, but what if they thought maybe they could get a tackle in the draft and didn't worry about Jalen Moore? Where are we right now at this point in time? You got to give credit to Brett Veach for having this guy on the roster and having Jalen Moore. Jalen Moore was brilliant the other night. He was absolutely brilliant the other night.
Impeccable. How many teams can lose their starting left tackle who's been top 5 basically on every statistic, any metric you want to use, and then not skip a beat offensively when he misses a game last second, like late notice.
Yeah,
Misses a game.
Yeah, late notice.
It's not like Jalen Moore was practicing with the starters all week and, I know I'm going to do this. I mean, 24
And he was
hours.
focused on having a baby hours earlier, right? Didn't know, and then got the call late that night, and whatever the case may be.
Huge win
And
for Veach. Huge win for Veach.
Huge win to have him on the roster right now.
The criticism was loud for paying a six-man lineman that much. The praise should be just as loud.
Exactly, because you have to prepare for injuries. Now, obviously, he wasn't an injury prep guy. He was we're going to start this guy, and then Josh Simmons fell into their lap, and so you had that guy there. But you still went out and you signed that guy. You still went out and made your offensive line better. People would be ripping Brett Veach today for not having a proper backup ready to go if Jalen Moore wasn't on this roster. Yet those same people will not give Brett Veach credit for having that guy on the roster.
Also, the contract looks even insanely better because he was signed as a swing tackle.
Yeah.
So you're either paying $30 million for 2 years for a left tackle, or you're paying $30 million if you look at it for a right tackle. Like, well, why would you give a right tackle that much money? Because of what he just did the night before. So you have that insurance policy, right? Like, dealer shows an ace. You want to bet insurance? No. Well, the guy that did, you can call an idiot who you never should bet
ever play insurance? I
Absolutely
never do it.
But you know what? Brett Veach does. And guess who's the most feared team in football right now?
The Chiefs.
Because of what they have at the most important position at quarterback and the second most important position, they have a break stoppage with somebody who might need some personal timeout.
Right.
And no one saw that coming. And no one saw the dealer having a king underneath that ace. But you know what? Brett Veach played insurance, and it worked out. It just so happens that that's one of those positions where that's a massive move. And when he comes back, and he's your starting left tackle, Josh Simmons I'm referencing, and all of a sudden, Juwan Taylor starts effing up again, you're like, hey, by the way, right over here for you, buddy.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Oh, Juwan Taylor's got to fill in at right tackle because Josh Simmons' knee kind of acts up in this game. Swing
Talk
right
to you
back
later.
over. It's a great move that I think is not a flashy move, but if this team is, dominated in January and we go back and look at it, be like, how big was Jalen Moore this
How
year?
big was Jalen Moore? Yeah, he's going to be one of those guys, and it really is just an unbelievable, impeccable signing. And then you could actually say Josh Simmons, for argument's sake, because it was the second guy that was selected. He was the backup to Jalen Moore, technically. I mean, it really was.
Oh,
I mean,
he didn't earn the job until, week one of the preseason? Well, we're going to look at 7. Practice number one.
But still, they didn't need to draft. Once they signed Jalen Moore, they didn't need to draft Josh Simmons. Yet they still did because they knew he was going to be a mainstay for many, many years. And so now you've got a backup. There's never a problem with having too many good offensive linemen, as we saw how many times over the last 5 years what it was like not to have strength on the offensive line. Juwan Taylor's interesting to me. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say he doesn't make a mistake that's costly for the rest of the year. Wow. He may have a false start or something like that, but I don't think we're going to see Juwan Taylor have a penalty that has an impact on this team going forward. It's been 8 straight quarters since Andy Reid got him in a room, right, and said, enough's enough. Because I do believe that one mistake by Juwan Taylor, he is done. Now, with the Josh Simmons stuff going on, he may get a little bit of a stay for that. But I think the message was sent to Juwan Taylor. I don't think we're going to see Juwan Taylor F up anymore.
I would love that.
Bobby Betts over here, man. Jets cover Denver and London. Chargers lose to the Giants. There's one more. New England beats Buffalo.
New England beats Buffalo.
Now Juwan Taylor. You've hit 3 bets in a row, and we're feeling confident.
I do.
He lined up offsides 2 weeks ago. That was technically
that was on the wide receiver, man. That's not on Juwan Taylor at all. That's on the guy who doesn't know how to line up properly, right?
I'll call you live in the stadium if first play on offense. Legal procedures 74 offense.
No, I said he may have a false start or something but he's not going to have a penalty that crushes drives. He's not going to do something like
you're talking 60-yard touchdown.
Yeah, there's Juwan Taylor.
Yes.
I think those days are done because I think they told him those days are done.
You know what days aren't done? People saying the refs benefit.
I'm over it. I mean, this is
UTEP, Texas El Paso. I met a girl. She called me, and never mind. So there's a study going on that the Chiefs have been benefiting since 2015?
2015. Back before Mahomes. Yeah.
10 years benefiting. By the way, there is a graphic out there that would debunk this entire article. Because you know who the number one quarterback who benefits from calls is in the NFL?
I would imagine Josh Allen.
It is Josh Allen.
Yeah.
You know where Mahomes ranks? 18th.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, Matt Stafford, Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold, they all benefit from a referee's call. Reminder, no quarterback has been bailed out more by penalties this season than Josh Allen. This comes from Scott Kasemar on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, he's legit. He does a lot of that.
He does a lot
stuff.
of deep dive, duck, dodge, and dive.
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, though, so I'll take it for what you said. But I know who you're talking about.
Exactly.
Kasmanik or something.
But I mean,
I know this name.
Yeah. But Mahomes is 18th, and Josh Allen is number 1. when it comes to benefiting from the refs. And again, like, what is so confusing to me is that the first 4 weeks of the season, everyone wanted to say the Chiefs were washed, that it was over, the dynasty window was closing, and within 3 games, right? They're 3-1 in their last 4. Now it's, well, here's Mahomes and the refs getting all the calls. He flopped on that roughing the passer. That wasn't a touch. That was a touchdown. They ruled back. No,
nobody called that a flop on the roughing the passer on
Have
Sunday.
you not been on the internet the last 24 hours?
No, I really haven't been paying attention because I do it for my mental health. That was like 2 seconds after the play. Aiden Hutchinson came in and pushed.
I saw a tweet that said flop and then a king's crown.
Oh God! You know what's what's really worse is former NFL players who complain about the referees. You guys played the game, you know, and the one thing that I will say about that is just because you played the game doesn't mean you understand the game. Doesn't mean you know the game. Doesn't mean you have a feel for the game. You were very athletic in your day. I know more about football than most people who played in the NFL outside of the quarterback position, okay? And I think most of us do. I think most of these guys that played football because they were great athletes. They don't really pay much attention to the game when they're done, but they're out there bloviating about the referees. I'll call Carl Banks out, Giants color analyst right now. I guess with legalized gambling, how can you have 0 penalties in a game? Because when you are a good football team like the Chiefs are, you don't make mistakes. And when you are a good football, teams don't get penalized. They had a bad game against Jacksonville. That was not a good football team that day. But when the Chiefs are at their best, they are a great football team. They are the best dynasty that we've seen since the New England Patriots, obviously. Sorry, Gary Myers.
His real name is actually Gary.
It is really Gary, which
Bob
is a
wasn't
perfect
taking it out of
name.
my book, yeah.
No, it is a perfect Gary. Good teams, great teams. They're good and great for a reason. The margin of error in the NFL is so slim. We've experienced that this year as well. One little mistake makes a difference in a game. The good to great teams don't commit the penalties. They know how to not commit penalties. They play good football. They're better athletes. They're better football players. They're smarter than you. And when you're bigger, better, stronger, faster, smarter than everybody else, it looks like you're getting away with stuff. They're not getting away with anything. And just because no penalties were called in the game doesn't mean the refs are on the take or rooting for the Chiefs or any of this kind of nonsensical stuff. The Chiefs are just more fundamentally sound. They're a smarter football team, and they're a better football team. Now, that Monday night game in Jacksonville, they didn't show any of that. But for the most part, since Andy Reid has taken over, that's where they've been. They're they're faster than everybody else. They're running past you. You know, they're blocking you because they're stronger than you. They're not doing things illegally out there. And that's how you know you've got somebody. When they revert back to the mom joke. Well, your mom wore combat boots. Okay, this is where we are right now. Or no, is their response. This is where we are now with the Chiefs. They're back. They're better than ever. They're kicking everybody's ass now. Everybody knows they're the best team in the NFL. And now we're back to the officials are screwing it for the Chiefs and trying to fix the games and all this kind of nonsense that's floating around out there. Go kick rocks, especially if you played in the NFL and you're out there blaming the rest, because it means you don't have an effing clue on how to watch football, you moron. Get bent.
Damn.
You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. It's ridiculous. We're running down a team that is so good, that is so epic at what they've done over the last 10 years. And the only thing people can do to criticize is some study out of the University of Texas, El Paso. Those kids weren't good enough to get into Austin, I guess, so they had to go to El Paso and come up with a fake study.
I couldn't get into Mizzou, so I had to go to UCM. Shout out Mules, baby.
I kid, obviously, by that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's UTEP. Yeah. Oh, UTEP released a study. So it's like somebody put something on the internet so everybody believes it's fact when it's somebody's opinion. Oh, you studied stuff. Great. The Chiefs still kicked your ass.
I sent my application to Mizzou. They sent it right back. Didn't even open it. It's a nice try, buddy.
Well, you know it's delusion, Bob. When last week they had 13 penalties, the other team had 4, and you didn't hear a peep about it.
Nobody said anything last week. Nobody said anything last week about the chasm between the Jags and the Chiefs when it came to penalties last week. Not one person was out there going, "Wow, 13-4. That's odd. That's 11 more penalties." Well, the Chiefs did not play good that night. They deserved every one of those penalties that they had, but there wasn't one peep. Carl Banks complaining about this kind of stuff. Where are those people when the Chiefs had 13 penalties against them? The illegal age of gambling.
We already know the referee for the game on Sunday. He's 2-0 against the Chiefs when calling games for the Raiders. His name's like Chet Stedman or something like that. Chet Holmgren.
Chet Stevens, I think his name is. No, Cleet Blakeman, I think is the guy.
Oh, okay, yes.
Oh, Cleety.
Raiders are 2-0, and he's the ref. Both Christmas Day games.
Okay.
Wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't do this.
I'm loving it. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Happy Wednesday!
Wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't do a Fescoe and Dusty poll on a Wednesday because Rasheed Rice is back. We get to have fun with it. So on the Fan 965 on Twitter, Fescoe and Dusty's poll of the week on a Wednesday this week with Rasheed Rice coming back. We ask you, what's the best form of rice? Is it just the plain white rice, combination fried rice, cilantro lime rice, or Spanish rice? It's a tough one.
It is.
Coming up next, Jay Binkley will tell us what his favorite
he's not
rice
happy.
is. Oh, he's upset. That's your tease. Jay Binkley joins us here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
That guy's an idiot, man.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Chris Jones, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at Golden Oak have helped us out over the years, and they're ready to help you as well. Whatever financial situation you're in, call Golden Oak Lending and say, hey, can I get that free mortgage checkup? I really want to see what you guys can do for me. And the call is free. The process is free. The conversation is free. Golden Oak Lending will look into everything for you to see if they've got a better rate out there than what you're currently in. We all run into those financial situations, whether it's credit card bills or housing repairs or weddings or college tuition, whatever it is. Golden Oak Lending can help you out of that financial situation. And they've done it again because they've lowered rates to 4.50%. And while other lenders are out there talking about high rates, Golden Oak is dropping their rates. So you can lower your monthly payment, get cash out, pay off credit cards, and best of all, make no mortgage payments for 2 months. And that's the coolest thing about it. You'll go 2 months without having to make a mortgage payment. You'll get all the way through the holidays before you have to make your first mortgage payment again. Who wouldn't love to have that kind of financial freedom towards the end of the year? So call Golden Oak today and take that free mortgage checkup. Risk-free, no paperwork, no credit card required. Just a simple phone call, 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD. And let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Guys, you can feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you, you. It could be low testosterone. Take action now. Synergen X and Low T Center can help you reclaim your energy with a quick and simple free T-test. Visit a local Synergen X or Low T Center and receive pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded like the other clinics. Experienced providers increase your testosterone to the level that is just right for you. Treatment is covered by most major insurance with affordable self-pay options available as well. The best you is waiting. Book a free T-test at trtmvp.com.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Really mad at
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Kansas City, it's time to turn up the heat. The Westport Sunfresh is back and better than ever. Now proudly part of the Cosentino Food Stores family. We're celebrating with a re-grand opening you won't want to miss. That means 3 full weeks of hot savings on the freshest produce, premium meats, and all your grocery favorites. Come experience the new and improved Westport Sunfresh, your neighborhood store, now with even more local love. Located in the heart of Westport, only at Cosentino's Westport Sunfresh.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than just Peyton Manning. I'm also motivating Manning. When I say insurance, you say financial services. Insurance. Financial services. Insurance. Financial services. Now when I say Nationwide, you say is both. Nationwide. Is both. Nationwide. Is both. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete. One contractor, all things parking lot. Northland 29 northbound gets heavy at 169 highway. Stays slow up towards the 635 interchange with an earlier accident on the ramp to go southbound 635. The world's coming to Kansas City, and 2026 is your parking lot ready. Faded lines, potholes, unsafe sidewalks. Gann Asphalt and Concrete is your winning team. One contractor, all things parking lot. Visit GannAsphalt.com today. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Chewing tobacco, football and boobs. He knows Bobby Bowden, he knows Pete Carroll. He likes the 3-4 defense. He's Jay Ridley. He loves beer and chewing tobacco, football and boobs. He knows Bobby Bowden, he knows Pete Carroll. He likes the 3-4 defense.
He loves you, Teps. Journalistic program. It's Wednesday. Jay Binkley joins us. Jay, are you pissed? Have you calmed down a little bit after all these reports coming out?
You know what? I'm kind of tired of it. I'm honestly waiting this week for reports to come out that Mahomes is a robot.
Oh.
That aliens are fueling the Chiefs' success. No, these reports and these ridiculous reports that come out with no factual backing to them when they put them out. People believe this crap, and the Chiefs benefited from officiating from 2015 to 2023. Okay, yeah, the Chiefs had gone 21 years without just one playoff win. They started 2015 1-5, and they led Alex Smith, and they wanted the 33rd biggest television market to succeed. Not Dallas, not L.A., not anywhere else. But in the middle of the study, guys, the Chiefs were a heavily penalized team. I don't think people realize that. To say the Chiefs benefited from officiating, look at 2018. 2018, the Chiefs had 137 penalties. The second most in the NFL was 125. So the Chiefs had 12 more penalties than any team in the entire league. Also, they were one of the teams that was penalized for 1,000 yards that year. They led the NFL with 1,152 penalty yards against them. That led the NFL. And then, of course, in the playoffs, you know what happened? Dee Ford was ruled offsides. If the NFL had the Chiefs in their pocket, the Chiefs would have won that game. You poke so many holes through the stupid survey. It's a waste of time. It's probably a fan of a team, another NFL team that put it out, and probably will be proven that way when it is. But it's just nonsense. I'm serious. I'm waiting for people to say the Chiefs are led by aliens.
Well, you know, that's going to come. AI Mahomes is probably going to be the next thing that people talk about. But the one that got me was former Giant Carl Banks, now their color analyst, out there tweeting that in a day and age where the NFL has embraced gambling, how can you have a game with 0 penalties? So are you advocating the referees just to call penalties for the sake of calling penalties because we're gambling and you can't have 0 penalties? Like, are we now supposed to tell the referees to call things that aren't happening out there on the field?
It's ridiculous, Bob. And the Chiefs went into the Lions game as the 3rd most penalized team in the NFL. 3rd. Now, without the penalties, there's still 16 teams in the NFL that have gotten fewer penalties than the Chiefs. They're 13th in the NFL as far as penalty yards against them. I mean, these are the facts. People want to ignore the facts. Watch other games. The officiating in all NFL games is terrible. I can't tell you every single game the announcer goes, that was a bad call, that was a bad call. But if it happens against the Chiefs where they get a benefit, it's the Chiefs are getting benefited by the officials. But watch how the announcers talk about the game, because if the other team has a penalty, it's human error, right? It's human error is how they do it. But this is getting ridiculous. But the one thing is, all these people say that, they're tired of the Chiefs and all this. You guys just read the numbers. 2 of the top 3 viewed games this year are involved the Kansas City Chiefs. 5 out of the top 11 are Kansas City Chiefs. Last year, 15 of the top 93 programs in the country were Kansas City Chiefs. So, you know what? They're still watching, and if people are tired of seeing the Kansas City Chiefs in primetime, stop watching the games. You say you're not watching them, but yet they're watching them. The Chiefs have them exactly where they want them. They're dancing in their head like Fred Astaire.
No doubt, no doubt about it. Binkley, this week the Raiders come to town. Obviously, the young rookie in the backfield, Ashton Genty, seems to have found his stride in the passing game. And then they got that Tucker kid. I got to think, outside of that, I don't know the status of Brock Bowers, but how do you see the defensive attack this week with Spagnuolo?
You know what? I think they're going to come after him. I think that Geno hasn't been playing with the confidence that he's had in previous years. 11.5-point spread, but I think the Chiefs come after the Raiders. I think this confidence is building with this offense, and I think throwing Rashee Rice into this, I can't wait to see this. I mean, this is big for the Kansas City Chiefs. This is big for Andy Reid in what he wants to do offensively. I remember, him talking about in minicamp. Somebody asked him, "What's it like having all your receivers there and healthy?" And he said, "Yeah," because last year he was still implementing parts of the package, 7-8 weeks into the season, because he couldn't do everything right away because you had new faces. But now everybody's there. Even though Hollywood Brown was hurt, he was still there. He knew the terminology, the formations. Rashee Rice, even though he was hurt, he of course knows everything this offense is doing. And Xavier Worthy was the one they were kind of getting up to speed. Well, he's got that year under his belt, so now you put him out there with Rice. And Andy Reid can do anything he wants now. He doesn't have to hold back with certain things that they were doing, because last year, he admits it. They were slow in putting formations in just so everybody could kind of grasp it and get on the same page with what they want to do. But it's much different now, because now they all know this information. So I'm very excited to see these guys on the field at the same time.
Are you thinking this is going to be finally Andy Reid, blowing out the Jets and just going out there and embarrassing people, kind of like they did the other night against Detroit, putting 30 on the board? Do you think that's going to be more of the norm now going forward?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's the first time. They scored 95 points in the last 3 games. They haven't done that since 2021. And as a human being, you have to be tired about being discredited. Andy Reid's got a lot of pride in this game, where he stands historically with this. In this organization, and they're hearing it, because we all hear it, but people are starting to discredit how good they are now because the officiating and all this nonsense that's going on. So, yeah, the Chiefs should put their foot on people's throats. You already hear the word bullying. Brian Branch was talking about being bullied. Well, that's what they're doing. If you watch Chiefs games, they're physical till the end. I mean, they are that team now that you watch that, used to be the Ravens. When you think of Ray Lewis and the Ravens, you thought of bully ball in what they do. Well, that was the Lions the last couple of years. Well, that's been the Kansas City Chiefs now. They have a lot of chip on their shoulder, clearly what happened last year. But now all this nonsense and people discrediting things, people saying Kelsey is completely done. Kelsey had 4 forced missed tackles in this game. He only had 5 all of last year. He had 4 just in that Lions game. But these guys got to be tired of being totally discredited. Who wants to be totally discredited at their job all the time? I mean, I don't care where you're working in Kansas City. If you have people criticizing every little thing you do and thinking you get an advantage over other people, it drives people nuts. It's only human nature to want to go prove people wrong. So I hope the Chiefs, this redemption tour, this vengeance tour, turns into an ass-kicking tour.
I like that, Binkley. Finish this one up here for us real quick. This week, Rashee Rice returns. Do you see a heavy amount of targets? Mac thinks if you could bet it, the first play of the game goes to 4.
Yeah, I agree. I think Rashee Rice has been sitting around and wanting this day. I mean, you sit around forever. You're a kid waiting for Christmas Day, and you're counting the days down. You have the Advent calendar, and you're pulling a piece of chocolate every single day out of the calendar.
Booze one though now, don't you?
You know what I do in the boob of the day, like the boobs of the day?
I said booze. The Advent calendars with the bottle of booze, Jay.
Oh, I thought you said you flipped the calendars and do boobs of the day, Bob. My bad.
No.
Well, he has both.
Yeah,
Jay does, definitely.
Halloween costume a day.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
boobs are great.
That's right, Binkley. Well, hey man, go have a dip, Copenhagen, and enjoy that morning brisk air. You're still hot. They said on the text line you were hot last night on After Hours.
Yeah, I've been a little bit fired up about nonsense, man. Complete and total nonsense. If I'm the Chiefs, I would be pissed. If I was the Chiefs, I would cut down interviews nationally by a lot, man, because there's a lot of people talking out of their butt, like Chris Sims and Tony Dungy, you name it, all these people, Mark Schlereth, all these people discrediting the Chiefs. There is a short list of people I do interviews with.
I'm with you. There is a lot of nonsense out there. I do like the people talk. What did Chris Sims say? Is he doing some stupid conversations again?
Well, it's always been, the Ravens are going to come in and hammer the Chiefs,
right,
and they were too injured. The Lions are going to hammer the Chiefs. Then afterwards, you back the bus up. And in my folder there, guys, on the show, I have the sound of a bus backing up, because that's what it was, a lot of buses backing up after ridiculous predictions last week with the Chiefs. They cannot wait for the downfall. But all of a sudden, the Chiefs, you tell me who they'd take over the Chiefs on a neutral site. Nobody.
No, everybody wants the Chiefs to be out, but at the end of the day, everybody watches the Chiefs, and they want the Chiefs to be involved because they're entertaining, they're fun, they're engaging. It's just it's a great product that they're putting out there on the field right now. That sounds more like a Mack truck than a bus, though, Jay. I have to be honest with you.
It's a dump truck. That's what they're doing, Bob. They're backing up their takes. They're putting all these things out there, and then they're backing them up. And then the Chiefs have everybody captivated. They'll complain they're on TV all the time, but yet they're watching. The Chiefs have them exactly where they want them.
Sorry,
that's definitely a truck. That's not a bus.
They're backing the bus up. Binkley, back the dips up, man, and get ready for Sunday, my man.
Let's go, guys. Have a good morning.
You too.
It's Jay Binkley. My God, he
is fired up. I mean, it's not even 7 o'clock. This man's running on fumes from After Hours. He's ready to roll, man.
That was awesome.
That was good, Binkley.
That was awesome. That was prime.
That's prime Binkley right there. I'm glad we took to week 7. Stink, stank, stung, Chris Sims, Carl Banks, the guy who coached down there in Tampa and won a Super Bowl, Dungy, who doesn't like Taylor Swift.
Yep.
All of them are back, baby, and it's glorious. The Chiefs are back, and so are the idiots in the national media.
That's all we needed, 6 weeks. And guess what? Not only do the refs favor the Chiefs, so does Vegas. We'll explain. 96.5 The Fan, you're home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
This is voice of the Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for K-State Athletics, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at J. Southland Tow are ready to help you out, right? You've been in a car accident before, and it stinks, right? You're standing around, you're thinking to yourself, oh, my gosh, what am I going to do? Well, then you call the insurance company, and they go, well, we'll see you in a couple of hours, and J. Southland Tow is right there waiting to come when you call. That's exactly right. So you've got to put their number in your phone. So when you do have car trouble, J. Southland Tow is just a phone call away, and they will be there right away when you call. No waiting around for that insurance company, and to do that dance, J. Southland Tow will be there for you. 816-779-4TOW is their telephone number. So take out your phone and put that number in there, and then forget about it. Don't worry about it in your phone. But when you do get into an accident, when your car doesn't start, maybe you've run out of gas, whatever the case is, when it comes to that car trouble, J. Southland Tow Service is just a phone call away. They helped us out on a Friday one time. We blew a tire, and less than an hour later, we were on our way back and ready to roll. And they help people all over Kansas City, north, south, east, or west. It doesn't matter. Just call J. Southland Tow, 816-779-4TOW, or at southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments in Tammy from the West, and it's Jay's Southland Tow. There's nothing they can't do, so be in the know and use Jay's Southland Tow.
You could be on the 50 at GEHA Field for the official coin toss at a Chiefs home game this season. Enter to win at Chiefs.com/GEHA. GEHA is the proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
It's time to build that dream deck over at All Weather Decks. Schedule a free estimate today at 913-206 1974, or online at allweatherdecks.net. All Weather Decks, the right deck at the right price.
Hi, I'm Dallas, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. You know she loves her Shane Company engagement ring, but you also want to surprise her for her birthday, anniversary, or just because she deserves it. Why not get her a bigger diamond with our Easy Trade Up program? We'll give you the full credit of your original natural diamond purchase toward a new one. Her new diamond only has to be $1 more. You only pay the difference. How's that for an easy trade up? Visit us in-store or at shaneco.com. Because a friend wants you to win the gifting game. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Football season is big beef season. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution and taste the steaks, burgers, and even Wagyu hot dogs that are changing the way America eats beef. Booth Creek has 2 convenient locations at 95th and Knoll and 135th and Metcalf, where they sample mouth-watering Wagyu every day. And their beef experts will lead you to the perfect cut. And now, Booth Creek is offering same-day delivery. Perfect for last-minute gatherings when you need Wagyu fast. Now available in-store, online, and same-day delivery. BoothCreekWagyu.com.
Hey, Chiefs fans, Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Kansas City Chiefs. And this season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with the Crown Royal rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with a generous spirit. Visit www.crownroyal.com/royal rig for more on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Paid for client betrayal and endorsement. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Give me one good reason why I should call DM Law.
How about 3 great reasons? 1, it's easy. 2, it's fast. 3, the results.
Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Car wreck? Get the money you deserve. Mike's got this.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Northland, 35 southbound. It gets heavy around Vivian, but just briefly. And then 29 northbound, moving better from 169 highway up towards 635. Earlier accident on the ramp to go southbound 635 has cleared. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Hey, it's Rashi Rice. The Chiefs Radio Network pregame show starts 3 hours before kickoff, right here on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
The juice.
Be with us.
Be with us.
There's a lot of people talking out of their butt.
He is right about that. It's amazing, man. Isn't it really amazing how the first 6 weeks of the season we heard really not much
No, we
from
heard
the
a lot.
people nationally?
Exactly.
They're done. It's over, that kind of stuff.
They're cooked.
And the minute everybody realizes they are still the best team in the NFL, it's immediately right back to the referees.
Rank the 5 best teams in the NFL right now. Manti Te'o.
Yeah.
Chiefs 5.
Yeah, he got catfished on that one, I'm sure.
Although I do sneakily like the Seahawks. They are a very quiet, good team.
Nobody's paying attention to them. Nobody ever pays attention.
Number 2 in the league in scoring. Possibly the offensive player of the year in JSN.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Darnold telling you that Kevin O.C. fixed me and I can go be somebody else somewhere else. One of the best running back duos that we don't talk about.
For sure.
Charbonnet and Kenny Walker. And yet
Cooper
Kupp
Kupp's still good.
is he just got his first touchdown, but doesn't need to do that when he's got JSN on the field.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of like Seahawks.
Well, that's kind of a great role, too. I mean, that's the Juju Smith-Schuster role here, or the Hollywood Brown role here, right? You don't need to make those big plays, but, people have these perceptions of what people should be doing out on the field. Everybody should have 100 yards a game and 2 touchdowns. Well, it just doesn't work that way. I mean, the best teams don't have that. Really, I would take a stat sheet like we've seen the last 2 weeks for the Chiefs with 9 guys getting a target against the Jags and 8 guys getting a target against Detroit. I love that. I think that's the best way to go out there and win football games. It's not sexy for a lot of people. I don't really care. I think it's the best way to win a game because as a defense, you're constantly guessing. You just don't know where it's going to go. And you have that advantage on offense. They guess Juju Smith-Schuster, Hollywood Brown. They guess Hollywood Brown, you hit Rice. I mean, it's pretty wild to be able to do something like that.
Yeah, they don't have guys like, the Ravens. Derrick Henry's on the field. Okay, they're going to run the ball. That's not a thing with the Chiefs. You don't know what they're going to do no matter what the personnel is.
Right. That's a great point.
Awesome.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Oh, that guy's in, so you know where the ball is going right now. They've got 9 guys that they can put into the game from a skill position standpoint, maybe even more if you factor in all 3 running backs that can get out there and make plays for you. And so that's what makes them so dynamic and so scary right now. And when people resort to the penalties and they resort to the non-football stuff to start criticizing the Chiefs, that means they're at their wits' end. They just don't know what else to say because they just look at this Chiefs team. They just find ways all the time. And that's the makeup of a true champion. No matter what the situation is and no matter how bad it looks, they find a way to win. They find a way to pull it out. They find a way to take care of business and get it done. And the rest of the league is now officially sensing that. They got a big whiff of that over the weekend against Detroit. Remember when that cow took a fart up there in Iowa and the whole city smelled for 2 days? Brutal. That's the NFL right now. They're all smelling the Chiefs' farts going, oh, God, they're back.
I love it.
I do too. I think it's great.
I think it's awesome.
It's fantastic. I couldn't be a happier kid today. I'll tell you, man. Smelling all those farts.
Chiefs in this game against the Raiders, last I checked, they were favored by 11.5. They're already line is out in 2 weeks against Washington, according to DraftKings. They are 4.5-point favorites against the Commandos. And then the game after that, I did a little bit of research. I don't know the site that if I trust it or not. It was like Odds Maker or something like that. It had the Buffalo Bills 2.5-point favorites. They're on a bye this week. I think if the Chiefs do go out and hammer the Raiders and they show everybody what they can be with this receiver group now with Rashee Rice healthy, I think we will see a lot of line changing.
That could be a pick 'em.
So like right now, if you're, a conservative bettor and you can future bet it, you would take the Kansas City Chiefs and the points. You'd be like, okay, 2.5-point advantage in Buffalo. All right. Now again, this game is in Buffalo, so let's not forget that.
And it is the regular season when Buffalo plays their best.
So I don't necessarily think that Buffalo will be underdogs, but I'm not far from saying that Mac's right, saying it's a pick 'em. But I could see this game being 1.5 Buffalo favored, which is kind of a pick 'em game. Like I mean, at that point, you just take the Chiefs on the money line, which would probably be like 105 plus 105. Buffalo minus 105. So in that case, you would take the more extreme bet. I guess you would take the Chiefs on the money line. In fact, if you think the Chiefs are going to win right now, find any sort of site that has it available and just take the Chiefs on the money line. If they are 2.5-point underdogs in this game, and you believe in this team.
No, they're going to win in Buffalo this year. I mean, they're going to go up there. Like it is, as Jay was kind of talking about, that revenge tour. Like, and I don't want to use the term revenge tour or anything like that, but it's like the get 'em tour. We're going to go out there and destroy you now. We have that opportunity and ability to do so. We really haven't had that over the last couple of years, the ability to go out there and just punch somebody in the goiter and leave them for dead. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do, up in Buffalo. And then Buffalo goes, oh, the Chiefs won their regular season Super Bowl. Okay, go back to your homes. Seriously, go back home.
But yeah, so because the duo that's going to be moving forward with this Kansas City Chiefs team is going to be Rice and Worthy. Like, how are you going to pick which side? And there's going to be other guys that fill their role as well. And we've seen, Mahomes and Kelsey. Well, as Kelsey rides off into the sunset, so we think, there's going to be, the new duo of the team. And since Mahomes is just going to be alpha and he's actually got a receiver room, it's hard to say, well, it's Mahomes and Rice or it's Mahomes and Worthy or it's whatever. It's probably, 2 receivers or, in Detroit, a lot of people are probably like, love Montgomery and Gibbs. That's my duo. And, Seattle, they're going Charbonnet and Walker. Like, that's my guys. And for the Royals many years, it was, Salvi and Kane, right? It was that duo.
Yeah.
Is there a new favorite duo in Kansas City that you currently have?
It was funny because you ever follow Today in Sports on X, formerly Twitter,
Yeah.
right? They had the perfect combinations: Batman and Robin, peanut butter and jelly, Jordan and Pippen. And so I quote tweeted, I said Travis and Patrick, and they put the googly eyes, like, oh, that's a good one, right? And so, like, if you were going to look at like maybe the perfect combination, the best future duos here in Kansas City, it could be either on parking lot. And if you don't think there is a future duo out there, I think that's fair to say as well. But I'm going to go with kind of an off-the-ball one that I want to see. Noel Williams and Trent McDuffie be the next duo in Kansas City.
I like that. Hell yeah. Just lock down
Just
corners.
lock it down.
Yes.
Enough. We're done here. We're not throwing for any more yards. We're not giving you any more touchdowns. We're going to dominate on offense. We're going to kick your ass on defense, 35-0. Give me Noel Williams and Trent McDuffie as the new duo here in Kansas City.
Give me wide receiver tantrums every Sunday. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I mean.
Yeah, give me Jamar Chase whining. Give me A.J. Brown crying.
Ah.
Love it. Love it. That's a great one. Dustman, I know you've got an answer here.
Yeah, it's no surprise. I'm holding on to this one as long as I'm
as you should
breathing in the air. I want it to be Bobby and Cags. Cags clearly has started to adopt this community from things that we've seen going to Art of Sports and helping them out with autos and cards and stuff like that. Going to his first Chiefs game this past Sunday and kind of embodying that. I know it was a rough year for the rookie and for the young man, and obviously we look at Nick Kurtz and we're like, well, why can't he be that? That was one of the best rookie baseball seasons we've seen in a long time.
Because the kid wasn't ready to come up, and they forced him up, and that was terrible on him. I wish he had the whole year in the minor leagues, and we were getting ready to start next year with him.
And I hope that, it turns around, because it'll be really fun in the future to see Bobby Witt Jr. hit second and Jack Caglione hit third, to where if that power and that, that match happens and Bobby Witt continues to just be Bobby Witt, because I don't know if you saw the baseball awards, best shortstop, second best player, top 5 player in the game, all this sort of stuff. Bobby's there. Bobby's arrived. Bobby's own rent. He has a mortgage in the MLB or in MLB where he stands. And if Cash can be that guy, which brings a lot, he's got the appeal, the size, the power, the riz, all that sort of stuff built up. That could be a fun combo at 2 and 3.
It could be. And like I said, I really wish he didn't play last year. I think that's ruined the buzz for a lot of people. But you say I'm not giving up hope, nor should you give up hope. It was one bad rookie year in baseball. I mean, you can't. If you are looking at Cags' performance last year as a fan and saying, well, he's not any good, you're misreading baseball. Man, this happens. Not everybody comes up and is a star right away. Ask the Hall of Famer. He was not that good when he came back up for the first time, right? And had to learn how to play at the big league level. It is a tough sport to learn. But because they didn't have any production from the outfield, they had to force him up here. I blame the organization for Cags' failures this year more than I blame Cags.
Just give me Cags and Bobby, baby, for the next 6. I know that I'm hard.
You beat me to it, damn it.
I know that I'm hard.
Who's on your list, Mac?
I'll take the offensive side to what you're doing. You got the corners. I'll take the receivers. Give me Rice and Worthy, man. Let's have the next Chase Higgins, Smith, Brown, whatever you want to do. I think these guys complement each other so well from a skill set type, and we're starting to see this whole wide receiver room, but those two as well. These guys like each other. They have a really good chemistry. They don't care. All right, you have 100 yards this week. I'll have 100 yards this week.
It's unique. It's different.
It is.
Doesn't happen.
It does not happen, man. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith don't have that.
No.
A.J. Brown wants to be the guy. Jamar Chase wants to be the guy. He's going to complain if he doesn't get the ball. That's not going to happen here.
No, that's the best way to operate, too. And that's why the Chiefs, again, are so successful. Most of these wide receivers have egos, right? We know that. We see that all over. If you can get a group of wide receivers that's like working for everybody else instead of themselves. But that's the culture in Kansas City. That's the culture that Andy Reid has created. That's the culture that Patrick Mahomes has enacted. And that's why this team is good. It's not because of the refs. They do the small things. They do the little things. They do the right things all the time. And they're always focused on the prize. Vermeil always used to say the main thing is the main thing, and it was the Super Bowl trophy. And if you keep your eyes focused on that, and that's the main thing that you're looking at all the time, you're going to be a very successful franchise. When you start worrying about your individual numbers, that's when things really dissipate.
EGE.
No doubt about it.
I did like the tweet that they put 1 + 4 = 5
Love
yesterday.
that.
That was really good. Yeah.
Let's go.
Chiefs 35-0. Coming up on the other side,
I don't think they're going to be stopping at 35 this week.
Oh, we're going to get a new score, 42-0. Coming up on the other side, we get the feeders at the top and the feeders at the bottom. It's Max Pack and Bob's Bottom Feeders on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Tune in to hear Mitch Holtis every Friday at 7:20, right here on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, if you're waking up this morning and you're thinking to yourself, man, I can't get out of bed. My knees hurt so bad. I just don't know what I'm going to do. Or maybe you're thinking to yourself, I can't go out and play tennis today because I've got a sore shoulder. I just don't know what I'm going to do. Well, if you're having all of those issues every single day, it's time to look beyond the traditional medicine. That's why QC Kinetics is so successful. People with chronic joint pain are learning that there are other options besides steroids, meds, and surgery. Patients fighting pain are getting lasting relief using advanced cellular level treatments. It's QC Kinetics regenerative medicine that can revitalize your joints using growth factors from your own body. It's a simple injection, not a hospital stay, fast and all natural with no downtime. So if your back or your knees or your shoulders hurt all the time, you need to explore all of your options. Don't let them tell you more pills or surgery are your only choices, because you can go to QC Kinetics and get a free consultation. Call them now and set that up. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Appointments available on Saturdays off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. It's QC Kinetics.
Take advantage of the nice fall weather and schedule your consultation with the outdoor living specialists at Powell Exteriors KC so you can enjoy the weather in style and comfort. Imagine watching football on your new deck, protected from the elements, and you'll have the confidence of Powell Exterior KC's 10-year workmanship warranty, easy financing, and pay no interest until 2027. Go to PowellExteriorsKC.com today and experience the power of KC's exterior experts.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time. But it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health. And if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Heartland Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600. That's 844-447-6600. Or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS? Whether it's due to job loss, a divorce, a new business venture, or you just didn't file your taxes, don't lose hope. Powerful relief programs are now available that can help you and may reduce or even eliminate what you owe the IRS. With the cost of living affecting millions across the country, Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying anyone with $5, $50, or even $500,000 in back taxes to the IRS to call to get relief options. With over 1,000 five-star Google reviews and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, TRA is America's trusted choice for real tax relief. Relief options are now available that can give you a fresh start and peace of mind. End your tax nightmare today by calling our tax relief hotline. Dial 800-390-8182. 800-390-8182. That's 800-390-8182. Or visit TRA.com. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
I've always wanted to learn French, but the app I tried didn't help.
If you want to memorize words in another language, there's an app for that. But if you want to really learn another language, there's Babbel. Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different. Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Babbel feels like it was created intentionally by people who really know what you need to learn another language. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages, but now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Want to really learn another language? Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com to save up to 50%. Babbel.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
East side, 435 northbound with new trouble before Gregory. Accident reporting, building delays, but not quite back to 87th Street. Maybe a half mile of really slow stuff right now. Lee Summit, US 50 westbound, still rolling from 291 south up to 470. Allen Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
It's time for Max Pack.
That's right, baby. It's Wednesday here on Fescoe and Dusty with Mac Maury as well. That's cool. A lot of people hating on Cags. Love it, baby. Love it.
Oh,
Bye now. Bye now.
You can't hate on a rookie baseball player.
No.
You really can't. Again, it's the organization's fault, in my opinion, why he didn't have success this year. Not his fault. He wasn't ready to come up. They didn't have any bats. They needed to bring him up. They rushed him up to the big league level. He was not ready. Do not hold that against him.
You want to give somebody the month off?
Yeah.
Jay Weekly told us to play this audio set. Text line said that's the last thing Mark Sanchez.
Take the year. You know what? Once Halloween's over, which is coming up very fast, we're in the tail end of the year. The holidays are here. People stop working. I'm going to give you the rest of the year off just for that one right there, man. That was outstanding.
The last thing Mark Sanchez.
God.
Back it up, Terry.
I mean, still, we talked about it yesterday, I know, but imagine being that poor dude trying to do your terrible job of emptying grease traps, and you got this buffoon coming up to you trying to attack you as he's trying to run wind sprints in an alley.
Oh, boy.
When will he be back on TV?
Never. He'll be with Barstool in about 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
It's great. He's only 38.
I know. I thought he was older than that, too. I thought he was closer to my age, honestly.
He could still be playing quarterback.
He could be. I mean, you're seeing the Icy Hot Bowl that's coming up on Thursday night, right, with Pittsburgh and Cincinnati.
Yeah, who was it that said that?
It was one of the linebackers for the Steelers. I forget who it was.
That's great.
It was
it Cam Hayward that said it?
Yeah, that's who it was. It was Cam Hayward.
Oh, nice.
Icy Hot Bowl,
you're
baby.
right. Yes.
And then Rodgers with no personality. Well, yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Now, Rodgers is out there now complaining about the field surface at his stadium.
Gotcha.
Because Pittsburgh plays there, and he doesn't think the college should be allowed to play on the field because it's ruining the field. So we don't want turf fields. We want grass fields. We want grass fields that nobody plays on. Got it. So we want a brand new, perfect grass surface for every game that is going to take place in the NFL.
That's right.
Okay.
Before we get into Max Pack and Bob's Bottom Feeders, I want to give a little update on what is.
I'm loving it. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Quickly, before we get to Max Pack and Bob's Bottom Feeders, we get into our Fescoe and Dusty Wednesday poll question. With Rashee Rice coming back, we ask you, what's your favorite rice? Or what is the best rice? On the Fan 965 Twitter poll, white rice, Spanish rice, combination fried rice, cilantro lime rice. The leader in the clubhouse, combination fried rice at 44.5%, cilantro lime rice at 27.7%. Last place, white rice, as it should be.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It does.
It needs something.
That's why we turn it into fried rice.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
I voted for Spanish rice. I love me some Spanish rice.
I voted cilantro lime.
I have not voted yet, but I will be voting for fried rice.
Yeah, there you go. The combination fried rice. Yeah.
Not the Likens cilantro lime rice?
I mean, it's up there, man. Would there be a rice that we didn't mention that you'd vote above the
Well,
four?
see, that's I was going to ask that, and I'm glad you did. Have people started to comment, where's,
Well, somebody said in the text line, risotto is the obvious answer, but since it's not on there,
Risotto is something you go out for. Like, that's one thing. Like you can make most of the stuff you want at home. Risotto is an absolute going out meal. Go to Jasper's, get you some risotto.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, I didn't know he had it.
I don't know that he does either, but I just said that he did. So, Jay, you better have some risotto on the menu.
I was gonna say, like, damn, I'll go there today, dude. I am for risotto, dude.
May swing by for some risotto and strawberry pie with the Godfather this week. Okay,
America. Can't make it up. Max Pack, go ahead, Mac.
All righty, let's start at number 5. It's the Detroit Lions. I could put them higher, but they're number 5, and we'll get to the 4 above them that I think are better and the reasons why. But we know why Detroit's good, right? They can run the ball. Jared Goff's solid when he's given time. Dan Campbell's proven himself as a head coach. That defense can fly around when Trey Hendrickson's not, shoving people 2 seconds too late.
Who?
Trey Hendrickson.
You've been with me too long. It's Aiden Hutchinson. Whoever thought I would be the guy correcting the names?
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's keep going. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at number 4. A lot of people are up in arms that he is not the MVP lead. What I will say to you is that's fine. Maybe right now, if the season ended today, he would probably win the award. These odds are projections, right?
Yeah,
These odds are based on projections, based on what you think will happen. Mahomes is going to win more games, right? He's going to win this division, and he's playing at an MVP level.
And they also know where to get money on both sides. Vegas wants to get a 50-50 split on each side, so they know what they're doing, yeah. They know people are going to put money on Mahomes.
They're not going to stick Baker Mayfield at minus 115. No one's going to bet on him. And if they make Mahomes plus 600, everyone's going to make a lot of money because he is going to be the MVP this year. Tampa Bay, though, incredible offense, even without their guys. Mike Evans may be back this year, or maybe back this week. We'll see about Ibuka, Chris Godwin
I'd
out
like
for a
to
few
see
weeks.
what it looks like this week.
That's fair.
Ibuka was there for the first half.
Yep.
And Baker did rally.
Good point, Dusty.
But I want to see it this week.
Who's the OC down there in Tampa? Do we know?
It was Liam Cohen.
Can't remember his name. Yeah, because it's new. Yeah, they play the Lions Monday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be a really, really fun game. Their OC, Josh Grizzard.
Never heard of him. Honestly, I mean, don't people eat chicken grizzards? You fry the grizzards?
Oh, yeah. Love grizzards. Previously coached at Duke University.
Oh, wow. Great.
He's got some track record.
So what is he, 25, 6 years old, never experienced life and calling plays without his...
He looks a little older. Look, maybe 40s. I can look up.
Because Bowles isn't a defensive guy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I asked who the coordinator was. You got all week, though, to prepare.
You're right, 35. He's young.
We'll see.
You have a busted defense, so you kind of a busted offense versus a busted defense. Take the over.
I'll take the offense on that one, yeah.
So number 4, the Bucks. They've been able to fight through that stuff just like the Chiefs have. Number 3, the Bills. I am worried about this defense officially. Like Bob's been mentioning since week 1, that is on high alert. But who else is good in the AFC? Honestly, I mean, it's the Chiefs and it's the Bills. Josh Allen's.
I'm not buying. I can't buy a Daniel Jones-led team.
Are the Colts? The Colts are regular season good.
Yeah.
I don't know if in January, they have
the best point differential in the NFL.
I know it's crazy. Because
if we give Seattle and the Colts, are they the same team?
I like Seattle better. I like their quarterback better.
Tied with the Colts in point differential. By the way, did you see what the point differential is for the Cincinnati Bengals this year?
What?
Minus 80.
Oh my God.
Golly.
We said that though going into the year their defense stunk and nobody did anything about it. So I don't want to hear people in Cincinnati complaining.
Yeah.
Who else?
Number 3, the Bills. Number 2, the Rams. I like this team even without Puka Nacua questionable. I think he'll be back this season. He may be back this week. I am a little
Matthew
scared.
Stafford is sticking it up my ass, isn't he?
He's.
I don't know if you can stay healthy.
The guy had a neck injury at the beginning of the year and nobody was talking about it. It's a legit worry.
It's like a back injury. And they're like, I don't know if you can stay. We thought it was weekend at Bernie's in Rams camp.
Yeah.
Hold my beer, you idiot radio host. Here's Matthew Stafford.
Top 5 quarterback, top 5 coach, top 5 wide receiver duo. Top 5 defense, frankly, right now. I know I said yesterday there's not any elite defenses. I would still stand by that, but this is one that'll fly around that can rush the passer with 4 guys. Not many teams can do that. I've been begging for us to be able to do that, but that doesn't matter. Doesn't change our ranking. Number 1.
Kyron's sick.
Kyron Williams is...
He's good.
He's really good.
He's really good at catching
really good,
and everything. He's like, 3rd in receiving yards for running back behind McCaffrey and... Why do I not know who the second is? But either way, I think he's like top 3.
So here's the thing with those two teams. You mentioned Seattle and the Rams. Even in the NFL, West Coast teams get slept on, man. Because I think people are sleeping on the Rams. Nobody's talking about the Rams as well as you just did, right? You look up Good Morning Football. They're interviewing Tampa guys. They're interviewing, East Coast type stuff. I mean, I know it's early in the morning. I get that. But nobody's talking about Seattle. Nobody's really talking about the Rams.
No, that whole NFC West is actually, well, it was a couple weeks ago. The Cardinals have gone down and the 49ers are screwed now. So it's really just the Rams and the Seahawks. But yeah, they're fun out there in the NFC West. That was my Super Bowl pick, was Chiefs and Rams. And number 1 is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Homer.
Easy.
The best team in the
Best
NFL.
team in the NFL.
It's
And I don't know
close.
how close it is. Yeah, I don't think it's close right now.
Yeah. I'm with you, and I am a homer.
Did they just get somebody back this week that's pretty
Who, the
good?
Chiefs?
Yeah.
Some receiver or something. I don't know.
How many injuries are they battling?
Well, none now, right?
Well, I mean, the Simmons situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey. I'm not opening my thighs, please. So, my bottom feeders we'll get to.
Yes.
Coming in at number 5 on the list, the Buffalo Bills. They've now lost 2 in a row. Their defense stinks. Their quarterback can't win a big game. They have no offensive weapons of which to speak. Their coach wears fake rec specs, female glasses, or whatever the hell
They
he had on the other
by
day.
The way, $12.
Yeah,
there you go.
exactly. So, so the Buffalo Bills come in at number 5 on my bottom feeders this week. Coming in at number 4, the Browns are on that list. They're making everybody available except for Myles Garrett, so they've got to be on that list at number 4.
Yeah, they can see you're a happy landlord with them. They
Oh,
pay
yeah.
their rent every week.
They really
on
do.
time.
Yep, they really do.
Every Wednesday at 7:25, they are paying.
The
They're
Browns,
at the front door.
they're right there. The Dolphins coming in at number 3 this
Another
week.
one.
Another great, just pay your rent. You're there. Thank you very much. Number 2, the Tennessee Titans are number 2 this week. Even though they fired their coach, they still were able to get a win. And the New York Jets may be the most disarrayed football team I think I've ever witnessed. I mean, every day it's something more. Now you got Aaron Glenn out there saying that he should have switched quarterbacks and all this kind of stuff. I mean, like, they're 0-6 with a coach that just doesn't have a clue.
Gosh, you can't say that, man. I should have switched.
Well, I'm paraphrasing. It was one of those I could have done some things differently,
Yeah.
and look, that type of stuff.
Sounds a lot like.
I mean, I don't know. Aaron Glenn may be the next guy fired. I don't know who's going to be the next coach fired. There's something about Miami that tells me that guy may last longer than we think. I think it's the quarterback now. I think they're going to run his ass out of town.
I don't think they can. Looked at his contract. He's got a $90 million dead cap next season.
Oh, my God.
After that, yeah, they have to keep him on the team next year. But
can
after
back
that, they
up.
can get out.
How could he blow an Achilles?
Well, ask Aaron Rodgers.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Field surface.
Go to the Jets
Oh,
stadium.
my God. So they got to stick with him for at least one more year.
One more
At
season.
least on the roster.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
But
At
I
least on the
wouldn't,
roster.
I wouldn't allow that from impacting me. If there's a quarterback that you love out there in the draft, whoever that may be this year, it ain't Manning. Maybe it's, the guy who's already in Miami.
Yeah.
I mean,
Carson Beck.
Arch is coming around.
He had a good game last
He
week.
did have a good game
and
last
probably
week.
the second biggest game of the year for them.
And again, I don't think he's going to come out in the draft this year. I really
No,
don't. I really don't.
God, no, he's not coming out in the draft. No.
Yeah, he did okay in the Red River
Yeah,
Shootout.
he was
did.
good in that game.
Yeah.
I was actually impressed. I was waiting for him to fall, on his face, and he never did.
Because I was watching that Mizzou game the whole day, and then I flipped over Red River, and I was like, whoa, Texas in the victory formation? Arch Manning did what?
Go
Wow.
Arch.
Was
Got a
it
good
22-6 or something like that final
Yeah.
score?
Got a good Saturday this Saturday, baby.
Yeah, we do.
Tennessee, Bama, and Ole Miss and Georgia.
Old Mississippi taking on Georgia. In a battle between the hedges, down south.
And a battle between the coaches and calories. Let's get into one word.
Yeah.
One word.
First name is blank, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor.
You get one word.
On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin. Well, we segued it perfectly. Let's start with Lane Kiffin and Kirby Smart. Lane Kiffin was asked about, their coaching tactics, how they run around the sidelines a lot. And the reporter was like, well, you probably both burn a lot of calories. Who burns more? This is what Lane Kiffin had to say.
Off the wall question, you and Kirby, probably some of the more demonstrative coaches on the field. Who do you think burns more calories in a game you're in?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Thank you.
I walked by the TV and saw his press conference today, so it looked like he's burned too many calories.
He couldn't wait to get that joke out. He loved saying that.
He loved that joke. I wouldn't be surprised if he asked that guy to ask a question about that just so he could get in that zinger, right? Fun. That's what sports should be. Fun. People are going to get offended. If you're getting up this morning putting your get offended pants on, take them off. That's nothing to be offended about. That was fun. And I hope Kirby Smart fires back at him. At least my daughter dates somebody on my team. Something like that, right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Have fun with it.
Yeah, rivalry. smack talk, all that sort of stuff. You know, it's not like he said he was a fat ass. It's not like he said anything like that. He just said doesn't look like he's wearing too many. And Kirby's probably sitting there watching going, Lane, all right.
All right.
Well, here we go.
And he said he walked by the TV. No, you were watching his press conference. It's okay to say that.
Now Kirby Smart can fire back with like, well, at least I'm not going through a midlife crisis.
I mean, we got to get a fire back from Kirby today, right? You got to.
And I hope he doesn't take it too harsh.
No, I know.
I know he will.
He will, you say?
Kirby Smart will.
He wears a visor, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. He's taking that personally.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll comment on it either. He'll wait till they win, and then he'll say something super petty after the game.
After the game, yeah.
Go eat a salad, loser.
Yeah,
like,
that
makes
cool.
sense.
It's not funny anymore. Not the only people clapping back in college football. Brent Venables on playing in the SEC and it being a one-possession league. Quote, "This isn't the old Big 12 days where Oklahoma destroys everybody every single week except one game of the year." Big 12 Conference, their admin on Twitter, formerly known as X, tweeted, "Coach Venables lost 8 conference games in his 2 seasons in the Big 12.
I love it. It was great. We need more of that. Savage is the one word. That was a beautiful tweet by the conference. Way to go, Big 12.
Yeah,
it's
nice.
about time the Big 12 is fighting for themselves. You know, for so many years and decades, they were just pushed over by everybody else. They hired that new commissioner down there. He used to run the WWE, and now they're fighting back. I like that. What's his name? Brent Venables, the commissioner of the Big 12 or something like that? But fire back at Oklahoma. How's that working out for you?
Yeah.
Little cojones.
Yeah, there's my word.
There you go.
Balls.
Yeah.
That's what that takes, man. Like, nothing's going to happen to you. Somebody's going to write an article. Somebody's going to tweet it. It's going to start a little bit of an S storm, and why not? The best, what is it? The best news is talked about news. Like, you don't want to be quiet.
Yeah, it's
Stand
great.
up. Stand your ground.
It's about time the Big 12, though, is fighting back because they've been a doormat for so long. Just let everybody push them around. We're taking this team and we're taking that. Okay, we'll go get USF. Okay, we'll look at Rice. Okay. Finally, the Big 12's got some balls.
We got pretty heated about the referees earlier. Chris Long got a little heated about PFF grades. This was him on his podcast.
Get Mahomes quarterback 13 of 32 off my television screen. We're talking about legislation, what our kids shouldn't see at school, what they shouldn't be learning about. Like, should we have political ads on television? I want the PFF scores off the TV as bad as I want political ads off the television because, like, God forbid there's somebody watching the game who doesn't know who Patrick Mahomes is.
Right.
They're going to be badly misguided, brother. 13th best quarterback in the league? I mean, if I was Nandi, and maybe he earned it this year, but I would sue. I'd be in Chris Collinsworth's backyard, dude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'd be at the window.
Look, I was there first with all this PFF nonsense, and everybody's coming around how they're garbage. Semi-pro football out of focus was not a term that I just made up for bleep's sake. It's because it's lies, it's deceit, it's misinformation. I couldn't agree with that guy, Chris Long, any more than what he said, because he's right. If you're looking at these grades, sorry, you don't know what you're looking at, because that does not describe what's happening out there on the field. Love it by Chris Long. My number one word is agree.
My one word would be tenacious, right? There's many examples he uses to what they're trying to do and the propaganda that they're trying to say that Mahomes is this, all that. Then why is he leading the league in MVP, predictions?
But he's only the 13th best quarterback.
Sure. All right. Well,
what 12 are you taking over Patrick if you're starting a team?
13 seems to be a popular number here in Kansas City. So, yeah, kiss it.
Yeah, PFF can suck it. They gave Josh Allen a better grade for that last game than Mahomes on Sunday night.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there you go. That's all you need to know, man.
I didn't need to know that.
How many interceptions did Patrick Mahomes throw on Sunday?
0.
How many did Josh Allen throw?
2, right?
And
he got a better grade?
It was like that or like 1 point. They were right there. It was like 75 and 76, and I can't remember if he was 76, but like they were even. They were calling that a wash.
That was Carrington. Yeah. Semi-pro football out of focus. Wash! Yeah, if you're still looking at pro football focus stats and using that to grade players, that's antiquated, man. You're in the Stone Age.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't start Patrick Mahomes this week because he's the 13th best quarterback in fantasy.
That's exactly right.
Start Geno Smith because he's 11th.
He's ranked higher.
I don't know why my team can't win.
Because you're starting a bunch of losers. But Chris Collinsworth is Nerd's son said I should. I'm Jack Collinsworth.
PFF even knows this guy's good. Puka Nacua, this was him on the sidelines of their game last week against the Ravens. They were kind of struggling to score. They ended up winning 17-3, but this was him in the middle of the game trying to get his team hyped.
Hey, 44 playing. Come here. Come here. We get the ball past the 30, we're scoring touchdowns. No more than field goal. We're running two, we're putting the offense ball in our hands, and we're making plays, all right? Come on. We got it. I know we feel it. Come on. What the are we doing? Come on. Strain that extra second, bro. We're better than this. We're better than this. We get the ball inside, we want to spike that. We want to dance. Earn the right to dance. Go. Earn the right to dance. Come on. End zone, baby. Come on.
Leader. That's the one word you use there. Is his kicker like Harry, too? Got to get inside the 30 to make sure you got a chance?
I'm shocked. I didn't know that was what Puka was bringing.
I didn't know he was that fiery.
It's awesome, dude.
I did not know, A, that was his voice. I didn't know, B, that was his sort of passion. So I will be shocked. I mean, I'm shocked, man, because that's Puka with a broken leg, baby.
Yeah, seriously.
Or not a broken leg, but, like, I haven't seen I don't know what his IL destination could be or what his games missed could be. I know, obviously, it's Wednesday of the new week, so we'll start to get more and more information around 3 o'clock from all the insiders in the league. But, damn, that's awesome, man. Sign me up, dude.
Yeah, dude. Goosebumps for sure. And then baseball happened last night. Dodgers won.
Told you.
Another 3-2. Muncy into center field. Frelick turns and runs. That ball's deep. Frelick jumps, and it is up and out of here. Max Muncy.
Dodgers now up 2-0 in the NLCS against the Brewers. 5-1 was the score.
Golf is my one word because this is par for the course.
Yeah. No kidding.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Is it interesting?
No.
And I love your point about, they should win because then maybe we'll change some things in baseball. But last night, more information came out about baseball and TV ratings and how high the playoffs have been, up 30% from last year. Wow. Like the DS is the highest DS in decades. I mean, like huge television numbers right now. And these morons, idiots, simpletons, dopes, idiots, fools in baseball are talking about a work stoppage at this time next year. I have talked to so many people recently that are starting to understand that this work. Like my neighbor got me yesterday or 2 days ago, Fred. He's like, hey, I got a question. I go, yeah, is it stadium related? He goes, no. I said, good. He said, because that may be happening sooner rather than later. He said to me, he goes, I hear baseball may have a work stoppage. I go, yeah. He goes, idiots. I go, yeah. I was talking to other friends of mine, our texters, like, is this real? Like, and I'm like, yeah. They're like, how could baseball be that stupid? If baseball goes into any sort of work stoppage, whether it's a lockout, a strike, and even if it's during the off season, the perception is you're in a work stoppage. You guys are effing morons that run the game.
Yeah, tough. But yeah, I mean, last night, what is it? Was it Jackson Cheerio? Is that who hit the home run?
Well, Muncy hit the one that I played. I don't know who.
Yeah, well, the Brewers hit a home run in the first
Brewers
inning.
are up 1-0 to start. Yeah, front row Amy was having herself a day.
And then Yamamoto, again, Dodgers, nearly perfect the rest of the game. Complete game shutout.
You're right. Yeah, I didn't even think about it that way. Yeah, I mean, the first batter of the game, and then it was done.
It was
over.
over.
You're right.
One run, 3 hits, complete game shutout. Yamamoto, how you done? 111 pitches.
So I mean, he threw over 100 pitches, too. How's that, nerds? Some nerd would have been running down there. Get him out of the game.
You're not supposed to do that.
Freddie Peralta, too. One of the better pitchers in the National League. Fast Freddie, man. 176 innings pitched, 220 strikeouts. 5-1 loss, Dodgers. And it's not even Ohtani. I mean, he's like... He went in the game last night, 1 of 20.
Ohtani's been quiet
for now, and then they'll get to the World Series and he'll go just completely off. So enjoy.
And then Seattle in the World Series, most likely, right? So you got a West Coast World Series, Dodgers in Seattle. That's a cool World Series. I'm rooting for Seattle, man.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I would love to see them win a championship. That would be kind of cool. Have we ever seen Seattle win? We saw the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl. Yeah,
I guess. But the Mariners obviously have never done anything. I think America is going to be, they're going to show that map, of who's rooting for who in the World Series. 49 states will be rooting for Seattle. 1 state will be rooting for the Dodgers, I would imagine.
Yeah. California. Enjoy it. That's baseball, unless it changes. It's just going to keep happening. Coming up on the other side, Bob's kids are throwing him lingo that he doesn't quite understand. Do you understand this lingo as well? Not even Mac understands. No. We'll get into that here on the other side on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
What the hell was that?
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Trey Smith, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Park and Go are able to get you the best when it comes to airport parking. We use Park and Go all the time when we fly out of KCI, and you know what? They do an unbelievable job from start to finish. And by start, I mean from making that reservation to finish by leaving and going home after the trip. Park and Go is exceptional. I make my flight reservation, and then I immediately go to bookparkandgo.com, or I use their easy-to-use app, and then I make my parking reservation. I always prepay because when I prepay, I save money, and I get their lowest rate, and then it's taken care of. Show up on the day of my flight, I scan my reservation, the gate opens, and boom, I'm directed to that covered parking spot that they have reserved specifically for me. Remember, every spot at Park and Go is covered, so your car is never out in those elements. And then when I get into that spot seconds later, if not before I even pull into that spot, the van is there waiting for me to take me right to the airport terminal. When I get back, it's awesome. I love Park and Go for this reason. I grab my bags, walk outside, jump on the bus, and it's right back to the trunk of my car. So join their frequent parker program like we did and earn points towards free parking. Reserve your spot today at bookparkandgo.com. The best deals in parking. Bookparkandgo.com. Park and Go, family owned and operated.
Guys, you can feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you, you. Synergen X and Low T Center are the original MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. What makes them the MVPs? Well, they use pharmaceutical-grade testosterone to increase it, and not just those compounds that might exist in other places. Synergen X and Low T Center are the real experts you can trust for quality care. Most major insurance is accepted, and you can choose between in-person or online appointments. And for a limited time only, visit any Synergen X or Low T Center for a free hormone consultation and free T-test, and automatically entered for a chance to win either autographed sports memorabilia such as jerseys, balls, or helmets, or you may even win a pair of tickets to a major sporting event in town. Synergen X and Low T Center are getting you to the top of your game. A TRT MVP. Get in today and get your health back and win. Visit TRTMVP.com. That's TRTMVP.com.
Natural disasters happen every year. Fires, hurricanes, tornadoes. And with that, your most important moments recorded on VHS, camcorder tapes, and 8mm could all be gone in an instant. Cherished moments like your wedding, baby's first steps, family trips to Yellowstone, lost. Enter Legacy Box. Digitizing your old media with Legacy Box protects your irreplaceable memories from the threat of natural disaster by digitally preserving them onto thumb drive, DVD, or the cloud, so they're safe forever. Legacy Box is the safest and easiest way to preserve your past, which is why it's been trusted by over 1 million families. Send Legacy Box your home movies, photos, and film. Their team of trained professionals will do the rest right here in the U.S. For a limited time, Legacy Box is offering radio listeners an incredible 50% off. Go to legacybox.com/value and save 50% when you digitize your memories. That's legacybox.com/value.
I've always wanted to learn French, but the app I tried didn't help.
If you want to memorize words in another language, there's an app for that. But if you want to really learn another language, there's Babbel. Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different. Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Babbel feels like it was created intentionally by people who really know what you need to learn another language. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Want to really learn another language? Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com to save up to 50%. Babbel.com.
Hey, it's Cody and Gold. You guys know we've been telling you about our friends over at Centric and how in just as little as 4 months you could find a brand new career in IT.
October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and cybersecurity threats are increasing every year. You could have a new career working in that field. Don't just take it from us. Listen to Carney.
I'm Carney, a U.S. Army veteran and now an Enterprise Service Desk Technician. Using my GI Bill here wasn't just about training for a civilian career. It was about joining a community that supports veterans.
So go to Centric.com to learn more. Schedule a meeting with our buddy Russ.
This is the run my own business dream. This is the college is paid for dream. This is the retire early dream. This is Busey, where your dreams and possibilities become moments. Through trusted guidance and expertise, through lifelong relationships. Because we're here to help you achieve the life you've always envisioned. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
East side, 435 southbound gets heavy. 40 highway stays very slow down past Raytown Road with an accident reporting. Northbound 435 also quite heavy past 87th Street. Moves better once you get up towards Gregory. Earlier accident there looks to have cleared. Lee Summit, US 50 westbound, very heavy from 291 south, just solid all the way up to 470 with the wreck. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan traffic.
Back here at Fescoe and Dusty with Mac Morey as well with you.
What is this, a skating rink for the 80s?
It's tight.
This is the juice, baby.
This is the juice, man.
You're liking the juice.
I do.
Electronic, groove, sick, swagger. Those are the descriptives.
One man, one desire. He sold tortillas down on the street.
You ever see that movie guy like on TV and see his face and you're like, oh my God, it's just weird because you're so used to him just being the movie guy that you actually see the guy.
Pablo Francisco, man.
Oh, that was so good.
Stand-up comedian. That's where I got that from. One man.
We had him in studio
one
years
desire.
ago. Yeah, he would do all that kind of stuff. It was great.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger sells tortillas on the corner. You got to get down. What? The tortilla. Stop it.
He was really good.
Keep
Whatever
selling
happened
the
to that guy?
tortillas. I don't know. Every time I saw his stand-up, he looked like he was looped on that Bolivian Bam Bam, which is slang for the cocaine. But Bob, you've been, boy, I don't know how you do it, man. 2 teenage daughters, and I know this because I got a bunch of buddies that have kids not nearly the age of yours, but they're like 8 to 10, and now they do the broken heart.
Yeah,
that means
right.
that they're over you instead of the Taylor Swift or
Right.
that Colts guy that always does this is our Colts. Now it's they look at you and then they break it. It means back, get away.
Oh wow!
And then when they do it, their mom,
mean.
their mom Lindsay will be like, Addie, stop.
Don't do that.
And I'm like, I don't know what that means.
But why let him do
Like,
it?
I'm
It's
like,
a
I don't
thing,
know
right?
what's
happening.
So now every time I come over there, it's like, oh, Dusty's here.
Yeah,
I'm like,
but don't like you, right? But
Yeah.
it's the new thing, and they're doing it, and they'll be on to something next week. I mean, that's just kind of the way that it
because
goes.
you get blindsided what, twice a night?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, or you're just at games, or you're listening to the kids talk, and you're like, I have no idea what
mean,
this conversation is about.
Imagine you coming home, Jen Fescoe is your mom, and she makes one of the most insane dinners you've ever had.
Well, that's not happening.
And again, put yourself in their shoes. And
they would be they would lose their minds. Mom made something good.
Or they'd be,
Mama, that burn.
What did that say?
Mama, that burn.
Mama, that burn.
Mama, that bird.
They would be singing her praises if she made something good. Like, they'd make a Broadway show if my wife cooked something good.
Hey,
Jen
guys.
made something good.
Hey guys, mom's cooking dinner tonight. Why are there 4 orders of DoorDash?
BBL Stinkies. Yeah, it all kind of started. Did I tell the DoorDash story on the air, or did I just tell you
just
guys
texted
that
us.
one,
just
right?
texted us.
So a couple months ago, I guess it was, DoorDash showed up at the house for this friend of my daughter's, right? And she's kind of been staying with us on and off because for whatever reason, her parents decided it was the right thing to move to Paola when they were sophomores and seniors in high school. Well, that's changed. They've moved back. It literally a month later, like, okay, we can't do this anymore, right? And so her friend, was out of town in, I don't know, it was Wisconsin or Chicago or wherever it was. And all of a sudden, DoorDash showed up at the house for this friend of my daughter's. They're like, oh, and they're like, oh, cool, free food, yay. We're like, damn, how? I mean, she ordered DoorDash to the house. She didn't know where she was, right? Ha ha, funny. Weeks later, my daughter goes, yeah, you really thought she misordered that. She goes, you told me I was in trouble if I was going to order DoorDash, so I decided to have her order it and have a mistake delivery to the house. And I'm like, God, I can't even be mad about that. You know, I'm like, that's really good.
just clever.
I mean, it's just, it's really good. Like, congratulations, you won that one, right?
Yep, you got me.
You really outsmarted me on that one, and I'm proud of you for that. Really, quite honestly, I thought that was a boss move, right? And so I was texting my younger daughter about something. I go, send me the 10 terms or whatever you think, however many there are, of the top terms that I need to know and adults need to know from kids these days, right? Because this also is on the tail end of going to a middle school football game on Saturday and seeing the cheerleaders do, we want 6, 7 more instead of, you know.
Love that.
Yeah, so the cheerleaders are in on it. So 6, 7 is obviously the first one that comes up, which nobody knows what the hell it means, but everybody's walking around 6, 7, you know, doing all that nonsensical stuff. And so the next ones are Riz. We know what that is, right? Because my daughter texted me, Dad has more Riz than Mom, and everyone knows it.
Riz.
So we got that one going for us.
Riz.
Sigma. Do you guys know Sigma?
I've heard this. I don't know what this is.
I stayed a lot of nights there in college.
Well, that's what I thought,
Yeah.
too. I'm like, okay, what are we looking at? Sigma? I have no idea.
Shout
It's
out
just-
Tri Sigs at UCM.
Because do they say what the Sigma? Is that what I've heard?
I don't know. It's just Sigma.
I know
and-
stigma.
Yeah, stigma, but stigma, but not Sigma. SIGMA.
No idea.
Yeah, so I don't know what that one is. I remember looking it up, and it was like something that wasn't important to me, and I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. UWU.
That's an acronym.
UWU, yeah. It's just like a love acronym, basically, is what that is. You look it up, and it's like an owl with eyes or something, ridiculous like that. Ski Biddy.
Oh, skibbity.
Skibbity?
Skibbity. Yeah, skibbity.
Yeah, don't know what this means. I've heard this.
I do.
Have you used it?
No.
Okay, good.
I've
I was
not
gonna
heard
say
any of this.
okay.
Besides Riz in a funny way.
Yeah, and 6, 7.
You're right. We do like 6, 7.
Yeah.
6, 7.
Yeah, that 6, 7 hours getting really good for us right now, right? 41 is the next one.
Okay, what's that?
Don't know.
They just say that?
I have not heard that one, quite honestly.
Skibbity comes from a toilet? It's a series. Skibbity toilet. I'm dead serious.
See, that's the thing. You look this
Skibbity
stuff
is a
up, you're like,
nonsensical term from a viral YouTube series of the same name, originating from the remix of a 2022 song. While it can be used as a meaningless joke, it also has become slang for something cool or bad.
yeah, so cool or bad. Skibbity. Oh.
That's skibbity dog. It's like aloha.
Yeah, you want to go to Chick-fil-A, that's Skibbity. Is it good or bad? Yeah, like,
Aloha means goodbye and hello.
Right, yeah. So Skibbity is the new aloha. I do like that.
I like that.
Hyperpigmentation.
Is that skin?
Just
Like
look that up.
your
I mean,
skin's
it's like weird skin pigmentations or something. It started from a meme or something that, led us to where we are. Mama that burn.
Mm-hmm. That's got to be like something like that means it gets fire. Like, Mama, that was good.
Mama that burn.
Mama, that
or if you're an
burn.
older gentleman and you're peeing.
Mama that burn. Mama that burn.
So that's good. Okay, Mama that burn.
Mama that burn. I'm assuming that's something good. Like if you make something good for dinner, like Dusty does every night. Mama that burn.
Mama that burn.
I don't even cur FR. Ah.
We all know what that means.
Mm-hmm. And then fine.
Yeah, fine S.
Yeah.
Spelled differently and probably pronounced differently, maybe, but
With an ite.
yeah, yes, ite.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, that's a lot. That's
And
foreign language.
You're getting hit with that every night?
Well, I don't get hit with that. I listen. And I hear them.
The only way to kill it is to use it against them.
And then, then you're using it out of context, and then they mock you.
yeah,
see,
that's
somebody-
not even skibbity, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
And what's funny is, obviously you're going to get people that text him and be like, I thought this was a sports radio
Did we get
station."
that? Did we get good? I'm
Well,
glad we
what's
did.
funny
yeah.
is we got a guy that says sports radio ? That was at 7:53, and yesterday at 11:25, his text into Cody and Goal was graham cracker base ice cream with cookie dough tastes a lot like a snickerdoodle. But then comes in today with our energy with sports radio. Get the F out. Don't let the door hit you where the Lord split you. Graham cracker base ice cream with cookie dough tastes a lot like a snickerdoodle.
Kiss
7:53.
my ass.
Sports radio. I'll tell you this right now, and I mean this wholeheartedly. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I love sports and I love everything, but my most important goal in this show is to be relatable to our audience. And I know there's a lot of you out there. I mean, Shout out to Tyler Banker, who sent me yesterday. We just happened to bring up a 6'7" conversation. He goes, my daughters were in the car, and they figured I should send this video to you. And
It was them cheerleading doing it, yeah.
So, I mean, like, we're all here with you. Like, we can give you Chiefs for 3.5 hours, and we're going to give you 30 minutes of life because we know that you're all relating to this. When your kids come home, like, Dad, your Riz is nice. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Do they call you bro and bruh at your house,
Oh,
too?
I hope
Because,
so.
I mean, come on, bruh. I'm not your bruh. I'm your father.
Because, like, somebody came in here today and says, 9 and 11-year-old boys, these new terms are killing me, LOL.
Yeah.
I have found out, though, if the parents use it, they don't find it cool anymore.
Okay.
The best way to kill your enemies is with your own enemies' tactics.
Yeah, it's true. No, it really is. I mean, you just go back at them with that stuff. But they look at me different. Like, if my wife started doing it, they'd be rolling their eyes. They look at me and they laugh.
They kind of think it's funny.
Like, we were at soccer yesterday, and the cheerleaders are there, right? My daughter's a cheerleader in the JV soccer game. So I started doing the cheers in the crowd, right? And my daughter's laughing, and all the other cheerleaders like, look at your dad up there. If it was my mother or my wife, be complete mom, stop embarrassing us.
Yep.
Yeah, total cringe if it was my wife. But I'm doing it. They're all laughing and having a good time. Some of the other moms started to do it, and they all kind of looked the other way. Like, come on. But me, I can get away with anything.
That's awesome.
Glazing.
Yeah.
We know that one.
All right.
That's some fine, you know what. Sorry to disappoint Graham Cracker Crust Man.
Fine.
Right?
Yeah.
Graham Cracker Crust Man is very mad today.
Coming up, are you smarter than Bob and Dusty? Is the text line smarter than Bob and Dusty? Max can give out a number. Who gets it first? Text line, Graham Cracker Crust guy, or Bob or myself? You're listening to 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
This is Fescoe and Dusty. Tune in to hear from ESPN's Nate Taylor every Thursday at 8:20, right here on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
I'll tell you, I was having a conversation with my friend Dawn Sharp last week, and every time I talk to Dawn, I realize why that's the real estate agent you need to hire if you're going to be selling your home in Kansas City. She is dynamic, and she makes sure that she gets the job done the right way. And the interesting part about Dawn Sharp is every listing that she has is a personal listing to her. She wants you guys to have your best performances ever when it comes to buying or selling a home. And that's why right now first impressions matter more than ever. With more inventory coming on the market, buyers have choices. The Sharp Homes team helps you stage, photograph, and present your home so it's qualified buyers remember and want to fight to buy your home. And the Sharp Home team can give you options as well. If you want to skip the showings and open houses and go straight to sold, you can do that. Contact them to discuss their instant offer program. In fact, contact the only agent I would trust if I needed to sell my home. It's Dawn Sharp with the Sharp Homes team, brokered by Epic Realty. They're easy to find on Google. Just Google Sharp Homes team. You'll read from over 225 five-star Google reviews while you're there. So make sure you Google them. Sharp Homes team. That's Sharp Homes team. And start packing.
Is your garage door too loud and whining for help? Overhead Door Company of Kansas City will make it all better. They will perform their full 26-task garage door tune-up for just $79. That's just $79 for up to 3 garage doors and openers. You need this done once a year, so why not now? And for just $79. Call Overhead Door Company of Kansas City at 816-221-0072 or schedule online at overheaddoorkc.com.
I don't sell lab-grown diamonds because they represent everything that can be bad about the jewelry industry and are the opposite of why my family is in it. This is Gene at House of Diamonds. I opened my diamond and custom jewelry shop to build relationships of trust with my customers. Prior to opening House of Diamonds, I worked at other jewelry stores and saw how that trust can be betrayed. And now I'm seeing it again with those who are selling lab-grown diamonds for thousands, nearly all of it profit, knowing that they are worth nothing the second they leave the store. So if you ever want to sell that lab diamond or want to trade up, you have literally nothing to sell or trade. That will never happen at House of Diamonds. We guarantee a trade-in value of 100% of the price you paid us for your hand-selected natural diamond. Don't become a lab-grown diamond victim. Learn more at mybigrock.com. And then come see me at House of Diamonds on the southeast corner of College and Quivira.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it. by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete. One contractor, all things parking lot. East side, 435 southbound, very heavy from 23rd Street all the way down past Raytown Road with multiple accidents reporting. The world's coming to Kansas City in 2026. Is your parking lot ready? Faded lines, potholes, unsafe sidewalks? Gann Asphalt and Concrete is your winning team. One contractor, all things parking lot. Visit GannAsphalt.com today. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
What's up, KC? It's Hollywood Brown. Tune in on game days to hear the play-by-play with Mitch, Danny, and Kling on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
From the YouTube chat, you can find us in there. Some response just says, bruh.
I mean, that is the open-ended response for the kids. Bruh.
Right.
What?
And so do you have to say, no, it's Dad?
I do all the time.
You do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Well, you know how I told you guys tonight, it's Wednesday, by the way, so Survivor's back.
Here we go.
And there's a guy on there that's like, dude, I can't get it. I'm hooked. Dude, I'm in.
Survivor's back.
Dude, they had to send a guy home last week because he got bit by a poisonous snake.
Ooh.
Yeah, and the guy was also a Richard because he left his wife, who had been trying to get pregnant for years, to do the show. She was going to give birth while he was on the show. Act of God, gets bit by a snake, gets sent back home. 2 days later, his son's born.
Wow. That's creepy.
Right? And his wife's like, no, you want to be on Survivor. Go be on it. Like, I'll be fine. We've never had a kid, but it's cool. Go do it. Live out your dream. So he does it. Canadian guy, big buff guy, nipples pierced, and gets bit by this snake. One of the poisonous snakes. They have like a little log. Tells him like what's good, what's bad, what to avoid, what not to, like, not to, gets bit by it on the foot, goes to the medical team, Survivor doctor. Hey, I can't trust this. You're dehydrated. You haven't had anything to eat. You got to go home. Goes home.
So you kicked off? Do you get to come back and
No,
something?
he's done.
He's done.
He's done. Now there's a Survivor 50, and the rumors now are that he gets to come back for the 50th anniversary, but gets sent home. Days later, birth of his child.
That's cool.
You tell me what to believe. I'll tell you what I believe.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Believe in the snakes.
Well, which is also ironic because we know what the snake is
Yeah.
identified in the Bible.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, man, you're in the wrong spot. Ooh, I
Yeah.
need to get out of here. Here's your son.
That's crazy.
Wild. Okay, so are you smarter than a Bob or a Dusty Grader?
6'7", probably.
Yeah. So 913-586-7965. This is how this goes. Mac's going to give you a number, and Bob and I are going to try to guess it. And then if you get it first, which I think the text line is 2 and 1. Bob got it last week when you were gone. Nathan gave a number. Bob nailed it.
Nice. Do you guys remember what it
I
was?
have no idea. Something
dude.
6'7".
What was it in context
I
to?
think it was like 30.
It was some
like,
fine.
I think it was like 31. I think it was like 31.7 was the number. And I want to say that was something.
Like points or something?
No, it was a percentage.
Oh, cool.
Nathan made a percentage.
Let's go.
And then
Yeah.
Bob actually ended up like, it was like, I don't know, like their success rate on fourth down or something like
Something,
it was in that
it was
ballpark.
skibbity. I don't remember it,
Yeah. Here we go. So now, go ahead.
Nathan had that Riz, though. That's
He
good.
did, yeah.
That's good, man. All right, 74.
Juwan Taylor.
74 is the number. That is his number. That is not the number I'm speaking to. 74. This did come up in the broadcast. There was a photo that involved this number.
Okay, don't keep giving hints.
Okay.
All right. When we call for it, you can give us another one. I want to try to think of this one first.
Sure, I'll let you guys do
74, and you said there was a photo there.
The photo during the broadcast.
Okay, I know what it is. Yards after contact for Travis Kelce?
No. I won't give another hint, but no.
Shut your damn mouth.
620 is the percentage of pressures the offensive line gave up. No.
Oh, come on
I
now.
don't even. That's not even like a good diss.
That's not even funny.
They've been playing
There's
great.
no Riz on that one at all.
How's your
Skibbity.
snickerdoodle? Yeah, how's your snickerdoodle ice cream? Graham cracker crust. Tastes a lot like Snickerdoodles. Talk sports.
I don't even curve for real.
Yeah, okay. 74. Oh, boy.
Kelsey's touchdowns. Mahomes QBR. Oh, Kelsey's touchdowns he's caught from Mahomes. Yeah, 2 816 numbers at the same time. There we go.
It's 74 number. Oh, yeah.
74 total touchdowns.
So you're talking about the graphic of the 300,
yes,
right?
The graphic of the 300 total touchdowns. 74 to Kelsey. So I kind of did a deep dive, right? I was like, okay, how many touchdowns do other big combos have, right? So
Gronk and Brady.
So Gronk, Brady, right there second. Who's first on
Rice and Montana have to be number one.
Well, not for my. Well, yes, for touchdowns. You're right. Not for games played. Yes, for touchdowns, it's Rice and Montana. So Brady and Gronk are second. Rice and Montana third. Rice and Montana have 12. Brady and Gronk have 15 in the postseason. Just in the postseason. 15 for Brady and Gronk. Sorry, Montana and Rice 12 in the postseason. 19 for Kelsey and Mahomes in the postseason. If you go total, Brady and Gronk have played 163 total games together. Kelsey and Mahomes 136, so 27.
Oh, that's
games
what
less.
the Tampa years. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I'm like, gosh,
a couple years there in Tampa that helped them out with that. So they do lead in total touchdowns. Total, they have 90, right? 74 for Kelsey Mahomes. So a 16 touchdown difference with 27 more games played. Plus, that was all of Gronk's prime. You remember,
Kelsey missed an entire, but these are only Mahomes too.
These are only Mahomes, but you got to remember, Mahomes didn't come in until what? Kelsey's year 4, year 5.
Yeah.
Gronk was with Tom Brady the whole time. So it's a little bit different there. Manning and Harrison, played 174 games together, 112 total touchdowns.
They're number one.
They are number one. They may never be broken. They had 38 more games played and 38 more touchdowns, which is extremely impressive. A touchdown a game. But the biggest difference here that I found, because I was going, okay, well, this is still one of the most prolific duos, so why couldn't they get those numbers? Well, the biggest difference to me is Tyreek Hill. Kelsey was still able to amass all of these stats with the best receiver alongside him in franchise history right there next to him. Imagine what Kelsey's numbers would be if it were just him right there, because you got Gronkowski. He never had a wide receiver get above, I believe it was 7 touchdowns. Julian Edelman had 1 year of 7 touchdowns. Gronkowski was the number one option.
Yeah, Welker never had 7 with Brady. That's crazy.
Yeah, Welker had 6 one other year. If you go, Reggie Wayne obviously was there with Marvin Harrison. He had 10 touchdowns and one 12-touchdown year. Tyreek Hill had a 13-touchdown year and a 17-touchdown year.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill's number 2 on the list with 46 total touchdowns.
There you go.
Do you know on this
30
list?
in 2 years.
Nuts, dude.
If I were to tell you only 6 players have caught 10 or more touchdown passes from Patrick Mahomes, would you have believed that number?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Probably before that graphic, no.
You know what number 3 on the list is for touchdown passes?
I do, I think.
Yeah. I think everybody probably does. McCole Hardman.
Really?
Yes. Who were you going to say?
Isn't Rice really high already?
Rice?
Rice was higher than I expected on that graph, correct?
What, he had 6?
Yes, he's 9. You're absolutely right. He's 7th all time.
It's crazy.
That'll skyrocket.
I mean,
Of course.
so Kelsey number 1, Hill number 2, Hardman number 3. Number 4, you want to guess?
Justin Watson.
Close.
Sammy Watkins?
No. Jerick McKinnon is number 4 with 15 touchdowns. Then DeMarcus Robinson. Then Worthy. Worthy has 10 touchdowns. Worthy has the 6th most touchdowns as an individual that Patrick Mahomes has ever thrown. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, only 5 players in Chiefs receiving lore this era with Patrick Mahomes have more touchdown passes than Xavier Worthy does. And Worthy's in year 1.5.
Love to see it.
Watkins comes in after him. Then it's Rice. Then it's Noah Gray. Then it's Byron Pringle.
And it's Pringle.
Williams, Watson, Hunt, and Edwards-Helaire.
Watson, yes!
Riz.
Yeah, so I just wanted to point that out. I mean, with all those other guys having dominating forces with them, or not with them, Kelsey with a dominating force right next to him still is going to be atop a lot of these lists, man. It's insane.
It's nuts.
It's nuts.
So much Riz.
Coming up on the other side, we dive into Raider Week because it has officially began. Plus, well, players available and Ed Warder's still doing it. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Trent McDuffie, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at QC Kinetics are saying, hey, stop waking up with pain. Stop walking around with pain. Stop doing your day with pain and go see my friends over at QC Kinetics because they look beyond traditional medicine. That's why QC Kinetics is so successful. People with chronic joint pain are learning that there are other options besides steroids, meds, and surgery. Patients fighting pain are getting lasting relief using advanced cellular level treatments. It's QC Kinetics regenerative medicine that can revitalize your joints using growth factors from your own body. We're talking about a simple injection. We're not talking about a hospital stay. No, it's fast and all natural and no downtime. So if your back or your knees or your shoulder are hurting all the time, you need to explore all of your options. Don't let them tell you more pills or surgery are your only choices. Call QC Kinetics instead and get a free consultation. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Appointments available on Saturdays off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone with QC Kinetics.
BetMGM is inviting you to charge the field this pro football season. Existing BetMGM customers can have a ball without having to sweat. Log into your account to get a pro football no sweat token. Apply the token to your next pro football bet. If you lose with the token attached, you'll get your stake back in bonus bets. That's right, with a no sweat token, you get your stake back in bonus bets if you don't win. There's nothing like a fresh set of downs. And that's just what BetMGM is offering if you don't win with a no-sweat token. Find your favorite matchup and be part of the action. Make this pro football season one for the ages. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Kansas only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
At Straight Talk, we get it. You say no a lot.
Mom, can I get a tarantula? No. Coffee?
No. So we're giving you more reasons to say yes, like a free 5G phone with real unlimited data with select plan activation.
Can I use the free phone?
Yes. See? Doesn't it feel good to say yes to more?
Absolutely. Face tattoo? Absolutely not.
Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. In-store activation of Gold Unlimited plan or higher required. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Paid for by term provider. Premiums will vary. Plans depend on age, location, and other factors. Visit biglou.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-1509. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-555-1509 or biglou.com.
Football season is big beef season. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution and taste the steaks, burgers, and even Wagyu hot dogs that are changing the way America eats beef. Booth Creek has 2 convenient locations at 95th and Knoll and 135th and Metcalf, where they sample mouthwatering Wagyu every day. And their beef experts will lead you to the perfect cut. And now, Booth Creek is offering same-day delivery. Perfect for last-minute gatherings when you need Wagyu fast. Now available in-store, online, and same-day delivery. BoothCreekWagyu.com.
Last year, we bought over 54,000 cars at GiveMeTheVin.com. It's the fastest and easiest way for you to sell your car for more money when it's time to sell.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Schedule
your home improvement project while the weather is still nice with Powell Exteriors KC. They offer easy financing, pay no interest until 2027, a 10-year workmanship warranty, and their extended summer sale. PowellExteriorsKC.com. The power of KC is Powell Exteriors KC.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
East side, 435 southbound. You hit delays past Truman. Just crawls down past Raytown Road with a couple of accidents reporting. Lee Summit, US 50 westbound, moving a little better, but still heavy from 291 south up past 3rd Street. With an earlier problem at 470 has cleared. Alan Carn, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
I kind of have to, do a self-inventory and wonder if my hate is still real or as real as it used to be. The flashback, I've always said that coaches are the best brainwashers. And when I came to Kansas City, I actually used to I wouldn't say I liked the Raiders. I liked Marcus Allen. I liked players specifically. Had nothing crazily against the Raiders, but it is crazy how quick that changed under Marty Schottenheimer and Carl Peterson. And then you just come to a point where you absolutely loathe everything about the silver and black and about their organization and hate playing them. And so there was a high level of vitriol that we had for the Raiders that I don't know if it's there anymore. I feel like maybe the Broncos, you keep hearing about the Chargers, and now with Jim Harbaugh there, I just wonder if I still have that same anger in me. Maybe as the week moves on, it'll start to stir up in me, but I'm just all about getting wins now. We're at 500 again. Let's get some more wins.
Danon Hughes there talking to us on Tuesday, as he always does at 7:20, talking about the Raiders rivalry, how it has dissipated throughout the years due to records and stuff, but it hasn't. And I treat the Raiders every year the same way that I treat Halloween, and I'll explain. To me, the Raiders are a lot like Halloween to me. I tell myself every year, it's Halloween season, whatever. And then I go to Hy-Vee, and I walk down the aisle, and I see the combination Halloween trick-or-treat bags, and I'm like, oh, okay, little bit there. And then I drive down the street, and I see the decorations in the front yard of people that actually care about Halloween. Like, oh, it's all Thanksgiving and Christmas. People forget about Halloween. Oh, it's all the Bills and the Bengals and the Broncos. People forget about the Raiders. No, they don't. And here's why. Because, yes, the Raiders aren't a scary team, but they're the Raiders. And Monday you talk about the Lions. Tuesday you talk about the game plan. Wednesday you talk about what the national media is saying. And by Friday, you're ready to stomp the absolute piss out of the Raiders. And then by Sunday, something happens, right? Max Crosby comes over in the Chiefs huddle. The bus at the end of the game drives around the stadium. Who beat you on Christmas Day that made you feel like garbage, that awoke in the season that led to a Super Bowl win? The Raiders. And just like Halloween this year, that's on a Friday, you tell yourself, I don't plan on doing anything. Halloween, it's overrated. You find yourself in a stupid costume at somebody's house, having fun, sipping a few back, and going, man, Halloween's kind of fun, isn't it? Just like the Raiders. Hey, you're not the Raiders of the 80s or the 70s. Hell, they're not the Raiders of the 90s. But you know what? By the time the game comes around, you are full in hatred of silver and black. And all three of us are going to be there as fans this weekend. And we're going to get to the game, and you're going to see the guy that's got the Raiders statue out there that gets blown up with fireworks. You're going to see the Raiders puppet that gets drugged behind the car on the way into the parking lot. And you're going to realize that Raider Week is officially back. Just like in 2 weeks from this Friday, you're going to realize, there are kids coming out, ringing my doorbell, asking for candy. Halloween is back. Halloween is here. You may not feel it until it actually gets there, but that's exactly what the Las Vegas Raiders rivalry is to me. We know when Thanksgiving is, right? We know it's the last Thursday of November. We know Buffalo is week 9, right? We know that the Raiders are after the bye. Now, we're like, wait a minute. Halloween is coming up and it's on a Friday? Hell yeah, we can do a little bit of something. We got 2 days to recover. I like this feeling again. And that to me is what the Vegas Raiders are now, because obviously in Vegas, it's a cheap seat if you want to go watch the Chiefs on the road, from what I've been told. I know it's an expensive in-stadium event, but like you can get for a road game for a good seat. It's not really that expensive. And tourists are what watch the Raiders, not what Raiders fans watch.
Right.
So to me, there's a little bit of things in here that cloud it. But by the time it gets here, you're already back for it.
You know, I was thinking about Danon yesterday, and I started to kind of go down memory lane a little bit, because when I went to college in 1995, that was right in the heart of Marty Schottenheimer, right? And Carl Peterson and Lamar Hunt and the hatred for the Raiders. And that's when it really was the biggest, I think, in our lifetime, right? I'm sure there's some octogenarians out there that'll talk about the 60s and, you know, the dude getting up and punching Lenny and all that kind of stuff where, you know, it started. I don't go back that far, right? I go back to Marty and hearing all that all week long during Raider week, and the way that they got, you know, people fired up. And then, you know, it kind of carried over a little bit with Gunther Cunningham. He yelled at Raider fans, you know, in the tunnel and things like that. And then Dick Vermeil came in and really embraced Raider week. I think that the hatred, if you will, of the Raiders, though, has kind of died down a little bit now that Carl's not here, Marty's not here, and that Lamar Hunt passed, because that was a directive from their founder, Lamar Hunt, to hate the Raiders, because he always hated the Raiders. And those games were always fun to be at, and be in the elevator after those games and seeing Al Davis and Lamar Hunt and, you know, the wonderful Amy Trask, who you see on X all the time and now with CBS Sports, and she was the president of the franchise, taunting me in the press box during those games. Like, it was so much fun back in those days. And then, you know, the Chiefs kind of stunk for a while. Herm didn't really adopt the Raiders as much as Vermeil did, and then whoever came in after him, Haley, didn't, and that new regime clearly didn't adopt it at all. Andy's picked it back up a little bit. I know it's Raider week, but I think also, too, it's almost like the Raiders were your childhood friend. You know, you had fun with them. You beat up on each other a lot. You fought a lot. At the end of the day, though, you kind of always respected that friend and looked at that friend. And then you became adults and you moved on and things happened. And maybe you don't talk to that friend much anymore, and you don't see that friend anymore because there's new friends in your life. The Bengals, the Bills, the whatever other AFC team is a contender for the Chiefs, the Ravens or something like that. And you've moved on. You've upgraded yourself. No longer do you have these friends. But when you see those friends, you still go back to those old days and you still want to kick their ass. And so that's kind of the Raider feeling to me. I like your analogy. Like, this week, it's not going to be the same like it was in the 90s and the early 2000s, where everything was Raider focused and it was a big deal. But when we get to that game on Sunday, it'll be like old times again. And you'll be like, F you, man. You ain't got no riz. Let's go. I mean, let's go kick their ass. And if they win like 45-0, you know, 52-7 or something like that, it won't be enough. And we'll all love it because it is against that childhood rival that you had. And now you may have gone your own directions in separate ways, but when you get back together, it's on. And Sunday, it will be on, and we will all want to kill the Oakland, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, whatever they are, Raiders.
I just feel that there's always, because I think the Chargers have taken over supremacy of the biggest rivalry in the West. I think Denver has kind of gained some strength just because, and the Raiders have kind of fallen short because they've been a laughable franchise ever since they had that Super Bowl run, and then they lost and gained through 5 interceptions. Yeah. But again, it's, you know, like we had just previously mentioned, you will get to Sunday, and somebody had text on the text line. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. They said, is what they said. They're like, have you guys and maybe other people are looking past the Raiders? No, it's just Wednesday, and now we're just now starting to talk about the matchup that is the Raiders. You have your Monday recap, you have your Tuesday, you know, everything's kind of fallen through, and you kind of can breathe after the weekend, and then now Wednesday,
first day of the week.
You start practicing, you start getting game plan, you start seeing the injury reports, start seeing all that sort of stuff. And we know what the Raiders represent, right? We know what they have. They have Ashton Genty, the rookie running back, who's not lived up to the expectation maybe people set for him, but he's been good. You look at Brock Bowers, who's been hurt this year. We don't know what his status will be for Sunday. I assume he's going to play. And then they've got this Tucker kid that's a slot receiver that's pretty damn good this year as well, but Gino's been terrible. Gino's not been good. And Pete Carroll has not quite yet figured it out in this run of the NFL as a head coach. And you're also coming into Kansas City, a road team, against a team that is starting to get everybody back together. The puzzle is starting to come into its full picture. And it seems like with the 11.5 on the board, Vegas and a lot of people don't think this will be a game. Now, 11.5 to me is still a number that I'm not sure that I like or that I want to even go near or touch. But I also could see this game being that way because of the fact that Andy does have all his toys, right? Andy's got them all, right? Everybody's got Andy's name under their boot, right? You got Travis, you got Rasheed, you got Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Judas Smith-Schuster.
Andy's been dreaming of this day for years.
And now it's here.
Yeah.
And what a better time than to stick it to the Raiders with everybody back.
And I like that part, too. But what a better time to stick it to the Raiders because you do have everybody back. For the first time, really, with Patrick Mahomes, he has his full complement of weapons around him, and it's going to be awesome to see what these guys can do together. You mentioned the Chargers. I don't know, for me, and again, personal preference, I don't know that they'll ever be like a true rival to me. I just look at them differently than I look at the Raiders and I look at the Broncos. And if the NFL ever realigned, and we saw that realignment with Seattle coming back in, I think that would be a bigger rival, in my opinion, than the Chargers, because I think it would be more fun. But there's something about the Chargers that they feel like that team that just doesn't belong with everybody else. The Raiders, the Broncos, the Chiefs, historic, AFL type teams. And I know the Chargers were, but for me, they don't really necessarily fit that mold. And so I think also, too, what we have to realize and understand going into this game is that if you're the Raiders, you have to treat the Chiefs right now still as a wounded football team. I know they're healthy, and wounded, I mean kind of a mental wound right now with the Chiefs. They're sitting at 3-3. That's not a great spot to be. You look at the playoff predictions, and while everybody says the Chiefs are the best, they're still on the outside looking in. So they're technically, in my opinion, still kind of that wounded team that got off to that bad start that's still trying to find themselves. Now they're finding themselves, and the last thing you want to do if you're the Raiders is give that wounded team a little bit of life. Because if the Chiefs sense that there's blood in the water and they can go out there and put up 40, they're going to go out there and they're going to put up 40 this weekend.
And they've got the defensive front that's still kind of playing with their backs against the wall. They're kind of the odd man out of the group. Everybody's, hoop-rawing about the wide receivers being back together. Everybody's, excited that Mahomes is back in form. Travis Kelce looks like he's, the vet on the team that everyone thought that he could be if this is the final year. The defense is starting to play a little bit better in the secondary, obviously, with Noah Williams and Trent McDuffie having that 1-2 combination as well. And then it's like, okay, what's the D-line going to do? You have a wounded duck. You have a team that has not the greatest offensive line. You have a guy and a quarterback who's thrown 9 interceptions in 3 weeks. We don't know if he's going to continue to be the starter for the Raiders moving forward. And Pete Carroll's kind of lost.
Who did we say their backup was again?
Looking it up.
It wasn't Mariota.
No, he's in Washington.
No, he's playing great. Kenny Pickett.
That's right.
Kenny P.
Yeah.
So,
yikes.
Do we see Kenny Pickett this weekend?
Well, it doesn't make you better, does it? but just to do something different.
At some point in the game, like Geno looks lost because
I mean, if it's 28-0 and we're going into halftime, how do you not roll Kenny Pickett's ass out there to start the second half?
And he's thrown a couple of picks. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, maybe there's a defensive touchdown in there. But if they score a defensive touchdown, it could be 35-0 before halftime. Right now, I know it's not going to be like that, but I'm hoping it is. I hope for the first time really since the Bears game and that Raider game where they blew the doors off them, right around Christmas time a few years ago. When was the last time we had a breather as Chiefs fans? Really? Because I didn't consider last Monday night a breather. I was in that thing intense to the end. Till that clock went to 0. I didn't look at that as a breather, even though the score would indicate it.
I'd say week 4.
Was that the Baltimore one? Yeah, that was a relaxing game. But even still, I didn't feel like I want to feel like where I kick back and I know with 8:47 to go in the first quarter, this effort's over.
Yep, and we're dancing in the stands.
And you're making out. Yeah.
I'm making out
with anybody. You don't care who it is at this point in time. Mac's been on the bus. He's like, hey,
I've been pounded this week. I'm excited for the bus.
Max got an upside-down pineapple underneath his bicep. Obviously. Did it wrong. He got the tattoo of his arm behind. It was supposed to be right side, but it came back. Yeah. No, I think that this is, because in my reference, like this is not a look-past game whatsoever. No. This is a get fully right game because you're getting ready to have 2 bangers on your schedule with Washington coming to town, and then you go to Buffalo. And Buffalo also wounded. I mean, I think Colin Cowherd yesterday was talking about how maybe the championship window for Buffalo is closing, and we don't realize it yet.
No, I did.
Right? Like their wins against opponents are 3-21.
I mean,
that's not impressive. They've lost 2 games in a row. They head to a bye week with heavy hearts, and I would assume they get it right with who they have at quarterback and everything like that. But again, this is a game where the schedule just happens to lay this way for you, where the Raiders come to town and you get everything right. And if this is a game where you can trust your offense and the aggressiveness that we've seen from Andy Reid the last couple of weeks, then you put that combination together. It's like, hey, D-line, we're still talking about you. Go wreak havoc. Go make it even worse. And let us get the ball. Don't let them cross the 50 and put this game on ice by the time the second quarter hits a 2-minute warning. And we're looking at the clock at Arrowhead Stadium going, 24-3.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We still have to play 2 more quarters. All right, the minute I see Gardner Minshew going in, I'm beating traffic.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. And Ralph will pull the bus out like that. Mac will be left behind making out in the crowd. But
hell yeah,
but
right home with us.
Yeah, but I think this is what I've considered kind of in my own head for a while now. This is opening night for the Chiefs. When you have that big Broadway show that's going to opening night, it's big. Everybody's in tuxedos. You're looking good, excited. You're putting your best foot forward. This is their best foot forward. Week 1 wasn't their best foot. They had injuries, right? They had guys suspended. They didn't have the full complement of players, the whole 9 yards, out of the country, all that stuff. This now, to me, we've had 6 weeks of dress rehearsals, right? This now is opening night. This is what we've been waiting for. I'm getting goosebumps talking about this. But this is opening night. This is what we've been waiting for since that Rashee Rice injury happened 400 days ago in Los Angeles. This is the moment that we've been waiting for. This is the moment that Patrick Mahomes has been waiting for. This is the moment Matt Nagy and Andy Reid have been waiting for. This is the moment that I've been hearing about for years. When we get all these guys back, the full complement of players, we can go bombs away. We can do what we want to do. Sunday is opening night for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a brand new show. It's a high-budget show. You expect great kind of, effects to take place and all that kind of stuff. So I think on Sunday, because it is opening night, we are going to see an unbelievable performance out of this team. It just happens to be against arguably their biggest rival in the history of the free world, and they're going to go out there and I think execute like we've never seen them execute before because they've been waiting for this day. They've been thinking about this day. They've been praying for this day. They've been anticipating this day. And now it's here. Now you go out and you execute and you show us what we've all been waiting for. And we leave that Arrowhead Stadium on Sunday knowing damn well that we are the best team in the NFL, and no one can doubt that.
I know that I'm hard. No chance they introduce the defense this week for pregame intros?
Well, I think you go offense this week with Rashee Rice. Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I would say, can we hypothetically say it goes in this order for the last 3? Travis Kelce, then Mahomes, then Rice?
No, I go Rice, Kelce, Mahomes. You always got to do Mahomes
Quarterback last?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Even when the situation's special?
Yeah. I'd like Rice to be last, so I agree with you.
It'd be fun.
And now, returning at wide receiver, number 4, Rashee Rice.
He just posted a pretty hype video on Twitter.
Oh, he's ready.
Oh, he's pumped, man.
Yeah, he's ready, man.
Team's ready, too.
Everybody's ready for this. Like I said, this is the moment they've been waiting for. I don't know that I can put that into words enough without just saying, trust me, guys, this is the moment they've been waiting for, because I've been hearing about this moment for 2 years from people in the organization.
Maybe this is inappropriate, but would this not be a great flex if Rice Ubered to the game?
And, okay, can I take it one step further then? Uber to the game with an Uber sponsorship.
That's a good move.
It makes you look like you've learned. It's a stab to everybody else and to all those sarcastic ass memes that we've seen all week.
Yeah.
To me, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, look at Rashee Rice. He Ubered to the game. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's nice. A little self-deprecating, poking fun. I think it's great.
Even my daughter thought it was an excessive suspension. She's like, really? For that? I gotta give him 2. So, everybody is ready. Everybody is ready. The fans are ready. The coaches are ready. The players are ready.
Mahomes
the GM's
hasn't gone
ready.
to bed yet.
No, he hasn't.
He's just sitting there like, what is it, Alan in The Hangover doing all the algorithms and stuff. Like, okay, over here for 5 yards, out here for 15 if I wanted to. We could also sit him on a stretch.
No, him and Reed have been on the phone all week already, FaceTiming, getting excited. They probably just call each other and giggle.
I'm telling you guys.
Like Ron Swanson giggles, like they hang up on each other. I can't put it into words enough how excited and how much they've been anticipating this day, which is Sunday, for this offense to be at this level. It's been something they've been dreaming about for 2 years now.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, when I was there Sunday night at the presser and they asked about Rashee Rice, Mahomes, you could see his eyes light up, dude. And he was just like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited. We're going to have fun. It's like your cilantro lime rice, Dusty. You've been telling me about your cilantro lime rice. It's like Chipotle. We've been telling people, no, the Chiefs are back. Trust me, the Chiefs are back. And then you try the rice. You're like, damn, that's better than Chipotle. Mm-hmm. And people are going to try it for the first time this Sunday, and they're going to see, oh, this is better than the old Chiefs.
Well, it is better than the old Chiefs. This is the best team that they've ever had. I know people are going, what? From 1 to 53 on the roster, right. This is the best roster that this organization has ever had. And they're going to put it on display finally I sound like the guy from the cow. Finally, it was kindly, right? Finally, and I can't do it again if I wanted to, but finally we get the opportunity to see what we've been waiting for, and we get to open our gifts, and we get to be just wowed by an offensive performance that they've been waiting to unleash for a long, long time now.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Somebody says wrong. That might not be the best look from a PR perspective, or it could be.
What's wrong with taking an Uber to a game?
Nothing. Just make sure you tip them. So I will say this. It is the return of Rashee Rice. He is back again. Two different song title theirs. But we asked you the question because it is rice. What is the best type of rice? White rice, Spanish rice, combination fried rice, or cilantro lime rice? 185 votes are in. Combination fried rice leading at 46.5%. Cilantro lime rice at 25.9%. Spanish rice at 15.1%. And white rice at 12.4%. A lot of diverse people out here.
Very diverse, but the white rice is interesting, and it should be last, as we've stated, because everything else becomes what white rice wasn't, right? We take white rice and make cilantro lime rice. We're doctoring it up to make Spanish rice. We're doctoring it up to make fried rice because white rice sucks. It's just like plain white rice is like, that's why we have all these other great combinations.
4 comments in the post for the Fescoe and Dusty Wednesday poll on X. First comment, Jerry.
Good one.
Second one is
Anselmo? He eats rice pudding because he's old.
Hello, America. Numbers 2 is where's the love for the long grain wild rice?
Man, wild rice is exceptional. I love wild rice.
It's a good one.
Jonathan gets it. Jonathan Kessinger gets the poll question. Third response, Rashee. And then Riverboat Khan coming in with a fourth comment of broccoli cheddar.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
nice.
One
Underrated.
You make that rice. Yeah,
it's
you
one of my
made
staples.
that. Yeah.
Long grain wild rice or rice pilaf. I do like that.
Rice
as well.
pilaf's another good one, man. There's so many good rices out there.
Pilaf. Never had it. Okay. What about dirty rice?
Dirty rice is really good. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like the ground beef rice mix, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody said jambalaya.
Jambalaya, really good.
Yes, so
jambalaya.
Had enough of that for my entire life after going to New Orleans.
I was watching something the other day, guys, totally off the subject about Louisiana and all these people dying real young down there. And I just remember that Uber ride we had, right? And they were talking about like, it was Aerial America, actually. And it was, they were talking about the state of Louisiana and the death rates down there being so high. And I'm like, God, that woman who was driving our Uber told us like everybody dies in Louisiana at a young age because, well, they eat like,
fried food.
Everything is terrible down there for delicious, but terrible. Yeah. And then they have all these like oil refineries and whatnot down there that are putting pollutants into the air. They're all inhaling that. They're all dying from cancer down in Louisiana.
I mean, combination fried rice is a staple, especially when you get a Blackstone or a skillet and you start cooking it. Oh,
I made some the other night.
Damn. That's good. Combination.
Which favorite barbecue sauce is yours? Because there's 8 different flavors of that Japanese barbecue sauce.
Oh, you're talking about the Japanese barbecue sauce.
I think the original is the best, quite honestly.
They're all good.
But I think the original, like usually
I like the spicy.
The spicy. I don't know that I've had the spicy one yet. But I like the original one a lot. Those things are really good. Get them at Hy-Vee. They got like 8 different flavors of these Japanese barbecue sauces. Phenomenal at fried rice.
Binkley just sent me a picture of Rashee Rice's shoes this week.
Oh.
They are oh my gosh, they're perfect. I'll see if he can let me tweet this out. One simple ingredient, rice, is on the heel. They are yellow with a Minute Rice logo on the side that says rice, and then it says premium rice with a scoop of white rice on the toe.
Now he's got to go back out there and back it up, right?
Yeah.
Back up that rice truck. Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah. And then a friend of mine, Alex, she says fried rice. Duh. I feel like that's everybody's response. So
I voted for Spanish rice because I do like Spanish rice, and I knew fried rice was going to win. So I'm going to make it a little closer, like the refs.
Don't call it a comeback. Coming up on the other side, coaches today versus coaches yesterday. Bob goes on another rant here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Nick Bolton, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, my friends over at the Sheet Metal Workers Union do so many amazing things around Kansas City. Not only are they building everything that you see out there, but they're also giving back as well to the booster clubs. If you go to prepskc.com and vote for the game of the week, the winning game, each team will get $750 from the Sheet Metal Workers Union. We'll announce that winner on Friday. They're giving away $1,500 every week to local high schools, and that's what the Sheet Metal Workers are all about. They'll come in, they'll do a great job for you, and then they'll give back to help you guys out with the stuff that you need. And right now, they've got their pre-apprenticeship program going on. 15-month-long program that starts at $24.55 an hour, increasing to $27.27 an hour after 3 months. And you're going to receive family health coverage at no cost to the employee at all. It is outstanding. And you're thinking, man, what do these guys do at the Sheet Metal Workers? Well, they do HVAC installation, they do HVAC service and repair, and what I think is really awesome, the architectural sheet metal. They built the top of Bartle Hall. They built the Kaufman Performing Arts Center and that iconic crown at Kauffman Stadium. So if you're looking for that new career, potentially a new career right out of high school, or maybe you're thinking about changing careers, get in touch with the Sheet Metal Workers Union today. They offer career training, job security, and a path to advancement, all while giving you the tools and support you need to succeed. You can check them out at sheetmetal2.org. That's sheetmetal2.org.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health. And if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Heartland Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600. That's 844-447-6600. Or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Hey, Zach. Are you smiling at my gorgeous canyon view?
No, Donald. I'm smiling because I've got something I want to tell the whole world.
Well, do it. Shout it out.
T-Mobile's got home internet.
Whoa, I love that echo. T-Mobile's got home internet.
How much is it?
Look at that, Zach. We got the neighbors' attention.
Just $35 a month. And you love a great deal, Denise.
Plus, they've got a 5-year price guarantee. That's 5 whole trips around the sun.
I'm switching.
Me too.
Yes, T-Mobile home internet for the neighborhood.
Donald, you still haven't returned my weed whacker.
Carl, don't you embarrass me like this, please.
What's everyone yelling about?
T-Mobile's got home internet. And Donald's got my weed whacker.
Yes, T-Mobile's got home internet. Just $35 a month with auto pay and any voice line. And it's guaranteed for 5 years.
Beautiful yodeling, Carl.
Taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com/ISP for details and exclusions.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Let's go.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Paid for by term provider. Premiums will vary. Plans depend on age, location, and other factors. Visit bigloot.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-1509. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-555-1509 or biglou.com.
Score big savings with Hy-Vee and the Kansas City Chiefs. Big points mean even bigger savings. Just shop Hy-Vee the day after a game and earn a fuel saver discount equal to the Chiefs score and based on the amount you spend. If the Chiefs score 42 points, you save 42 cents a gallon with any $42 purchase. The more we score, the more you save. Win or lose, everyone scores the day after a Chiefs game only at Hy-Vee. Offer good in-store and online. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
I love going to Hy-Vee, but I've got 2 kids in high school and life is busy. That's why I love the convenience of ordering my groceries with Hy-Vee's Aisles Online. It's easy. Just download the app or go to Hy-Vee.com. Then choose your store, select your items, and Hy-Vee will do all the shopping. All you have to do is pick up your order or have it delivered to you. Try it today. New customers get $10 off your first Aisles Online purchase with the code. Save time, save money. What could be better? Only at Hy-Vee.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete. One contractor, all things parking lot. East side, 435 southbound, moving much better. Still sluggish from I-70 down past Raytown Road, but those long delays have cleared up. The world's coming to Kansas City in 2026. Is your parking lot ready? Faded lines, potholes, unsafe sidewalks. Gann Asphalt and Concrete is your winning team. One contractor, all things parking lot. Visit GannAsphalt.com today. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
A lot of people coming in with their favorite rice. Somebody says, in hindsight, the suspension actually worked out for the Chiefs. They got to get the ground running. Now they're back to 500. Oh, and here comes Rushy Rice for your team. Somebody says, guys, the best rice is easily Worthy brown rice. You can get it one Arrowhead Drive.
I love that.
What they say, 4 + 1 is 5?
Yeah. And put the 3 of them on there. They're ready.
Good.
It's just fun to watch the 3 of them hang out.
Right.
Through social media, like, hey, there they are having fun, enjoying it. That's what it should be about.
Yes.
You're playing a sport.
Yep.
Shouldn't be like it is in New York or Tennessee or Arizona or, Miami or some of these other places. Like, at the end of the day, it needs to be fun. And if you're not having fun doing it, stop doing it. And these guys look like they're ready to have some fun, man. Fun. You asked me something yesterday, Mac, about coaches, right? And
Yeah.
we were talking about coaches in the NFL, and you said to me, why do you think coaches were more prepared or whatever it was back in the day than they are right now? Because these guys that are taking over for the NFL as head coaches, most of these guys are not prepared. And that's kind of how you asked it, right? Like, why? And yesterday there was
what's the difference?
Yeah, what's
Yep.
the difference? Yesterday I came across a story for AI and how, now they're using it for Goldman Sachs. And Goldman Sachs is getting ready to fire a bunch of people because AI is taking over, right? This is where we're headed, folks. This is why I've been anti-AI for as long as I have, because it's taking away jobs, right? And so I tweeted out yesterday what the NFL is doing now when they hire these young coaches that don't have any experience. They're basically hiring AI coaches. That's exactly what they're doing. You go to AI, you ask it a question. Some of it's good, a lot of it's not, needs experience, needs refining. You need to go through it. I was talking to somebody, a friend of mine yesterday, and he sells, software for a living. And he goes, yeah, we've got this AI feature on it. It never works, right? You ask it to do something, it never finds anything. And he goes, we gave it to a customer, and it's for contract law. And they said, go through this 1,000-page contract and find all the stuff. Totally missed on everything. It was just not a good feature at all, right? So there are some good things from AI, like the Binkley song. But the big picture is, AI really isn't ready to be out there mainstream taking away jobs. It's not refined enough. It's not good enough. It's not fast enough. It's not smart enough to be out there taking over jobs that are done by human beings. But that's where we are in the age of coaches right now. We're hiring all these young coordinators that don't have any experiences that are basically the AI version of what a good head coach needs to be. Yeah, they've got some things that are good and they can call a play here or there, but they're lacking the nuts and bolts of what it really takes to be a good head coach. They don't have those real world, real game, real life experiences that they can use as, back in, 2021, we were in this situation when I was here, and I can use that and I can move forward because I've already been in a situation like that. That's why Andy Reid is so successful, because he's been in all these experiences before. He's seen all this happen before. Literally nothing is new to Andy Reid, right? Yeah, I've seen that, been there, done that, and look where his team is. It's winning. Young coaches come in, they don't have the in-game experience being a head coach. Hell, they barely have the in-game experience of being on a sideline and being a coordinator. And so they're hiring all these AI head coaches, and then they're realizing, oh my God, I hired this AI coach. I got to get rid of this guy. I'm going to go with a real coach, a real seasoned veteran, instead of some of these AI coaches. Watch what happens in Tennessee. There will be a seasoned coach that is hired in Tennessee, because that's the cycle of life. I understand giving young guys an opportunity, but I think a lot of times in the NFL especially, we are so quick to determine this guy's going to be a great head coach because it's week 3 and his offense just put up 42 points. That does not make a good head coach. You have to have those game experiences, those life experiences. You can't be an AI head coach in the NFL. Everybody sees through it. Ask Aaron Glenn about what's going on right now. That guy's an AI head coach right now. Look good coaching the defense, can't manage a roster. You don't know what guys are going to be like until they get in to those situations. But more often than not, these guys that they're hiring now with no experience, they're just AI coaches that are okay, but you got to do too much massaging behind the scenes to make it look good. And so I think the NFL needs to change a little bit and stop hiring guys that just don't have this experience and go get guys that have been around the league that have seen things before.
So coordinators shouldn't be hired, is what?
Well, I don't care what you did. Andy Reid's never been a coordinator in the NFL.
Yeah. So I guess to me it sounds like a catch-22. Like when you get out of college, you don't get a job because you need experience.
Yeah.
So I can't get experience unless I get hired.
Well, you go work at a smaller place and you learn and get that experience. Like if you're a football coach, the logical approach should be you become a GA at a college. You learn there. Then you get promoted and you're on a college staff for a little bit of time. Then you get the opportunity to be a low-level NFL assistant and you learn, the special team side of things, or a linebacker coach. And you work your way up and you have those experiences along the way. The best bosses are the ones that have had these experiences that are able to empower their people. And that's the other thing that you see a lot of in the NFL now with these young coaches. They don't empower their assistant coaches because they don't have the believability in themselves. They don't have the self-esteem in themselves, and they try to do everything because they feel like they have to do everything. They can't trust anybody out there to do stuff. The older you get, the more you just trust everybody. You're like, all right, I got this guy here. He can do that. He can do that. The best head coaches are the best delegators, okay? They allow their guys to do their thing. You think Andy Reid's had conversations with Steve Spagnuolo ever? Nope, you're good, Steve. You do your thing. Same thing with Dave Toub. Get rid of Harry, but other than that, we're doing okay, right? Like you put people in power. You empower those people as a leader. You oversee. And guys that are young don't understand that because, I'm 35 years old. I got to prove to everybody that I'm this awesome head coach. I'm this awesome play caller. I got to do it all. No, you don't. Hire smart people. Put great people around you. Let them do their job. But these young coaches won't do that. And they don't have the real-life experiences. When you get into a game situation, you look at these coaches and they don't know what to do because they've never been there before. That's not a knock on them. That's a knock on the hiring process. Being a head coach in the NFL, being on the sidelines in the NFL is intense. You were down there for a game.
Very intense.
Holding a microphone. How intense was that down there on that sideline?
A million moving parts.
Right. And you've got to have somebody that's in control, that has been there before, that has been a leader before. Not some 35-year-old that's never done it. Now, there are, again, exceptions to every rule. I get that. But more often than not, these retreads that get, not retreads, but these young guys that get hired as NFL head coaches have no business managing a Wendy's.
Because there would be a lot of examples in today's NFL, because we had a topic last week of the renaissance of young coaches, like Kevin O'Connell, Sean McVay, Shanahan, LaFleur.
Yeah, for every one of those, you can give you 10 that have been absolute total dog, rizzes.
And Andy Reid could be one of those guys, too, because when he got hired in Philadelphia, we watched it in the Kingdom. They were like, who? Andy Reid? He's been like a coordinator for Holmgren.
But you know what he had when he came in there? A plan, a book of how I'm going to do it. Because I learned from Mike Holmgren. I learned from Bill Walsh. I learned from some of the greatest minds in sports. And Andy Reid put together that plan as he was coaching with these guys. If I ever get an opportunity to be a head coach, here's my plan. Goes into that meeting in Philadelphia with that plan. Learn from Mike Holmgren. Learn from Bill Walsh. Real-world experiences. You saw him as the leader on the sidelines when he covered up for Brett Favre. I mean, like that kind of stuff. Like, that's leadership type stuff. A young guy on the sidelines is not going to do that to his quarterback, doesn't know to do that to his quarterback. That's Andy Reid being around, absorbing. And the guy that he worked with at BYU all those years, Binkley will text you his name, Lavelle E. Neal or something, was the guy who was the coach at BYU for 100 years that was a living legend out there. Andy Reid played for him, learned from him. Guys are coming into this league and they're 35 years old. Who have you learned from to be a head coach in this league? You have nothing on your resume. You have no real life experiences. That's why these guys are failing. They may ultimately be good head coaches. They just don't have enough experience to coach at this point in time, and players see right through that.
I'd love to keep talking about this because I got something on this from the Brian Callahan perspective from what we just saw, if we want to do that on the other side too.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I like that perspective. You got people down there and you kind of have an idea of what was going on down there. But my whole failure of head coaches comes from watching Todd Haley. I mean, just watching that guy just miscoach everything.
We'll continue the conversation on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Tune in to hear former Chiefs linebacker Derek Johnson every Monday at 7:20, right here on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at QC Kinetics are saying, hey, you guys need to call us right now, right? If you've got knee pain or back pain or shoulder pain or elbow pain or any kind of pain in your joints, you need to call my friends over at QC Kinetics because they look beyond the traditional medicine. It's why they're so successful. People with chronic joint pain are learning that there are other options besides steroids, meds, and surgery. Tens of thousands of patients nationwide are getting lasting relief using advanced cellular level treatments. It's QC Kinetics regenerative medicine that can revitalize your joints using growth factors from your own body. A simple injection, not a hospital stay. Fast and all natural with no downtime. And if your back or your knees or your shoulder hurt all the time, hey, it's time to explore all of your options. Be smart. Don't let them tell you more pills or surgery are your only choices, because it's not. Call QC Kinetics now and get a free consultation. Exercise your freedom to look beyond the same old solutions. Thousands of patients around the country have found a better life with QC Kinetics. So call them now, 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Appointments available on Saturdays off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. It's QC Kinetics.
For over 30 years, we've been crafting more than jewelry. We've been crafting love stories. This is Gene at House of Diamonds, where our jewelry tells a story, your story. Unlike big-name designers mass-producing so-called exclusive designs by the thousands in overseas factories, we create one-of-a-kind masterpieces by hand right here in our shop. Our custom designs are just that, custom. Designed and crafted with you, for you, and only you. Every custom ring, pendant, or bracelet from House of Diamonds is as unique as the person wearing it. And also, unlike those big-name designers, we'll never use lab diamonds to pad our profits. I've watched prices of lab diamonds drop 90% in the last 2 years, but I'm pretty sure those big designers are still charging the same or more for that big name and designer box. Real stories deserve real diamonds, and one-of-a-kind love deserves one-of-a-kind designer jewelry. Come to House of Diamonds for over 30 years on the southeast corner of College and Quivira.
Guys, you can feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you, you. It could be low testosterone. Take action now. Synergen X and Low T Center can help you reclaim your energy with a quick and simple free T-test. Visit a local Synergen X or Low T Center and receive pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded like the other clinics. Experienced providers increase your testosterone to the level that is just right for you. Treatment is covered by most major insurance with affordable self-pay options available as well. The best you is waiting. Book a free T-test at trtmvp.com.
Introducing your new Dell PC with the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps you handle a lot, even when your holiday to-do list gets to be a lot. Like organizing your holiday shopping and searching for great holiday deals and customer questions and customers requesting custom things, plus planning the perfect holiday dinner for vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, and Uncle Mike's carnivore diet. Luckily, you can get a PC with all-day battery life to help you get it all done. That's the power of a Dell PC with Intel Inside, backed by Dell's Price Match Guarantee. Get yours today at Dell.com/deals. Terms and conditions apply. See Dell.com for details.
Makita's built for the pros who show up early, who don't do shortcuts, only precise cuts. With tools built to last, job after job, year after year. Performance that pays off, because when the job calls for the best, you answer. And when you need the best, you call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
This report is brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people.
Right now, receive up to a $25 O'Reilly gift card after rebate with the purchase of select Superstart batteries at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
North KC, 29 southbound, off again, on again heavy from Armour down past 16th Avenue. Then it stays slow into downtown. Heading 169 highway southbound, a little slow approaching the bridge. Stays sluggish on the 35 southbound towards 12th Street. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Listen to the Chiefs and Raiders on Sunday with pregame starting at 9, kickoff at noon with Mitch, Danon, and Kling. Right here on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
We'll get into power rankings a little bit later. I want to continue this conversation about young coaches getting a chance, because I think it's okay to agree to disagree, because it goes back to when we interviewed Cotrero, I think, earlier in the season, and he kept pulling Noah Cameron. How do you know if you don't know? Kind of like head coaches. Like Liam Cohen seems to be doing okay. Offensive coordinator.
I mean, laid an egg last week, though.
Sure.
Jury's out, but it is looking good so far. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Jury's out.
Right. I mean, you got to back that Chiefs game up with a big one, right? Like,
Right.
You just beat the Chiefs. Who did they face this past week?
Seattle.
Seattle.
Only lost.
Seattle's
They lost.
good.
Scored 12 points or whatever it was.
Seattle's got a good defense and a really good offense.
And they'll play in London.
Yeah.
The Rams this week.
Yeah. They play that early game this week.
Yep, 8:30.
Rams and Jags in London this week.
Mm-hmm.
There you
Is,
go.
is this the back-to-back weeks that the Jags are over there now?
I guess, well.
They get residency. So
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They're at the Sphere.
They got a bye after this week, so I guess not.
Oh, maybe not. Okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe they have the bye in London and then
That
play
would
again. Oh, my God, that'd be awful.
There's only 2 byes, right, this week, Minnesota and Buffalo?
I believe so. Light bye week.
Yeah.
Good.
And,
great.
Perfect.
I think the buys should all be week like 8 to 12. Just force buys for everybody in those 4
Agreed.
weeks. You know, these week early buys are stupid.
And then you've got that absolute banger on Thursday night of Cincinnati and Pittsburgh.
I can't wait for that game.
82 years
Yeah.
old is the combined age of both quarterbacks, the 2 oldest in the league.
I've not watched really a minute of Aaron Rodgers play for Pittsburgh yet this year, so I'm kind of excited about that, to watch that for a little bit.
But you go to these coaches' hires, and I think that is kind of the way of the game, because you don't see a lot of older coordinators. And you could also say,
You don't have to be a coordinator, though, to be a head coach. I don't think that has to be the logical step. I think that's a misstep that a lot of teams do make. Well, he called good plays. He's a coordinator. I don't really care about plays. I'd rather have – you mentioned to me yesterday, like Dave Tobe, right, the special teams coach, and it was almost like, where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? You're like, where have all the special teams coaches gone? You know, like John Harbaugh.
Yeah, John Harbaugh, special teams coordinator.
You know?
You're able to relate to both sides of the ball. You're able to talk to all the players.
Right, and that's big. What were you going to say about Tommy Callahan?
Well, I mean, you were bringing up Andy Reid and kind of his road to where he got, and I'm kind of looking at Brian Callahan, and obviously no Andy Reid comparisons were made in Nashville, but when they were hiring Brian Callahan, it was like, okay, this is a guy whose dad has been an NFL head coach. He grew up in this business.
Yeah.
He's worked his way up, right? UCLA, a graduate assistant, went to a high school in California for a couple of years as a quarterbacks coach, a coaching assistant, then an offensive quality control coach. Then he makes it over after Detroit and make multiple stops to there to get to Cincinnati to finally become their offensive coordinator for a few years till he finally gets hired. So the way I guess I agree with where you're coming from, of what a coach should be and how we should look for this. But I think I'm just saying I think it's easier said than done, because a lot of what you're talking about with Andy Reid, I think, was described in Brian Callahan when they hired him. You know, young but really experienced. He grew up in this. He's done the grind. He's been to small schools, big teams.
On paper, he sounds like a great coach.
That's it,
he really
right?
does, right? But then that's when you have to go through the interview process. And also, too, like, and not to give Brian Callahan any sort of pass, but that organization is dead from the neck up.
It is, yes.
And when you look around, like the Chiefs were dead from the neck up before they hired Andy Reid, right? You needed to bring somebody in. That's what Tennessee needs to come in, because I think Andy Reid, maybe his best coaching job, guys, was with Clark Hunt. And telling him how we need to do things around here to be a premier franchise in the NFL. And he's like, I just came from Philadelphia. We were really good. I've got that experience. You guys here, I mean, the way 2012 went down with everything that happened in 2012, you need a refresh. You need to hit the reset button. Follow my lead. And I think a lot of people did. Even his bosses followed his lead, because that was Andy Reid, and he had that history of success. The Callahan thing does fall a little bit outside of my theory, because I look at Shanahan and I look at McVay, both guys who grew up in football, right? Sean McVay's grandpa was the head coach of the New York Giants. Obviously, we know the situation involving Kyle Shanahan, but Mike Shanahan was not a good coach his first time out. He didn't get good till he went to Denver. He was with the Raiders, got fired after a couple of seasons, learned his experience, moved on, became the head coach of the Denver Broncos, and as they say, the rest is history. So if you were to tell me all that about Callahan, I'd be like, yeah, that's probably a pretty good hire, but is he a leader? Can he lead? Can he be credible? Can he be believable? And is he going to a franchise that is setting him up for success? Because so many franchises around sports now just are dead from the neck up. And I hate to use that term, but when you have a bad owner and they don't care about truly the product on the field, or they're meddling all the time and getting in the way, you're never going to have an opportunity to have success, no matter how much you try.
It's also a lot of bad general managers out there as well.
The hiring process that needs improvement as well.
Right.
Who hires, though? Does the GM hire, or is it ultimately the owner that hires? I don't know the answer to that
I think
question.
more often than not, it's the general manager.
If I'm the
Hiring the
owner,
coach,
I'm the owner, I want in on that, though. I want to make sure that this is somebody that I can trust, right? And I understand, like, you're hiring your GM to make these moves and whatnot, but I would still think as the owner, I want to be part of it. And if I'm the coach, the biggest conversation that I'm having is with the owner. I'm not going to a situation where I have Amy Sistrunk or whoever it is down in Tennessee, or the Bidwells or somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to have a conversation with the owner if I'm going to take the head coaching job and go, why should I take your job? What are you going to do? Because you've been a genuine failure around this league. And now you want me to come in and put my life on the line and my kid's life on the line and move here and coach your team? What the hell are you going to do as the owner?
Because what's the guy's name in Carolina?
Dave Canales.
We were ready to give up on him last year.
Yeah.
Yep.
And all of a sudden,
rejuvenated Bryce Young that second
and we
half.
know that GM is terrible.
Who is their GM?
David Tepper, is that right?
That's the owner.
That's the owner,
the
yeah.
owner,
He's the guy who
Tepper.
threw drinks in the face of people, right?
He's tough, too.
Tepper's
He
rough.
sucks.
Yeah, he's not great.
Yeah.
But he's kind of coming around, and I also think that we're quick to judge, kind of similar to quarterbacks. We're kind of quick to judge coaches.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's out of his. Now, I think we can all agree that we look at Aaron Glenn right now, we're like, eesh, maybe not.
Yeah.
We
I
look
think
at,
when it's so overwhelming like that,
we look at guys like Mike McDaniels. We look at
Mm-hmm.
guys like Josh McDaniel, right? Or Mike McDaniel, Josh McDaniels. We look at those guys. Like Josh McDaniels, great offensive coordinator, just not a great head coach. Romeo Crennel, probably a decent defensive coordinator, then became a head coach by happenstance in that 2012 season that he mentions. Wasn't on the cards.
And he was terrible in Cleveland, too.
Genie, same way, right? Like just not that role. And I do think it is kind of a catch-22 in the NFL. Like, yeah, we've been burned before by your type, but how do you know this isn't different? How can I gain experience as a head coach? How can I not if I don't get the opportunity? And yes, there are outliers in every situation. McVay worked, Shanahan's worked, and he was a coordinator in Atlanta, and maybe he learned a lot from that Super Bowl loss where they were up 28-3, and everybody's like, yeah, this is the Kyle Shanahan coming out party. And then he's been to 2 Super Bowls with the Rams. Or with the Niners. You look at Kevin O'Connell. You look at Dan Campbell.
Kevin O'Connell isn't as young as I thought he was. He's 40.
Oh, wow.
He's a man.
Yeah.
Still so young, it feels like.
What was Dan Campbell doing? Was he OC?
I don't know that he was OC.
Tight ends coach at
Tight
one
ends
point.
coach,
that.
yeah. He was the interim coach at Miami for a hot minute when they fired Flores, was it? They fired or
No, I think it was even before that, maybe.
Before Flores.
Joe Philbin? Is it Philbin?
Oh God, that guy,
man,
yeah.
yeah, that guy was a wet fart.
Yeah, he sucked.
He looked like Smalls from Sandlot.
He really did, yeah.
You got a fireplace? Yeah, why? Throw that hat in it. Well, I don't really have another one. Here's another one for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tight ends coach, interim coach, and then went to New Orleans for 4 years and was an assistant head coach / tight ends coach.
Yeah,
So,
assistant head coach, tight ends coach. Yeah.
Probably under Peyton.
Yeah.
2016 to 2020. So, Sean Payton.
Yeah.
For a lot of that.
So you learned from a great head coach. You were the assistant head coach. You learned what it took to be a head coach. You weren't coordinating and worrying about that stuff. You were handling the tight ends like Tom Melvin does here, which why I remembered his name, I don't know. But like you just certain things set you up for these jobs. Coordinating and calling plays is not the number one qualification for being an NFL head coach. You have to have people skills. You have to relate to people. Dan Campbell is an unbelievable relator to people.
Yep.
He's like Bill Self, man. That guy's a chameleon. Bill Self's a chameleon. Patrick Mahomes is a chameleon. Andy Reid is a chameleon. All the great ones are. They can go into any room and relate to everybody in that room, and everybody thinks they're one of them, right? No matter what room you go into, whether it's moms or dads or aunts or uncles or cousins or whoever it is, Andy Reid goes in, he can command that room, and everybody's looking. Dan Campbell's that way. I like Dan Campbell a lot. I've been won over by Dan Campbell because he's that type of guy. I think I'm even more won over by Dan Campbell after that loss and seeing the way that they're still winning with those two assistant coaches gone. Because after week one, it was like, here we go with Dan Campbell. Now you're looking at Aaron Glenn, you're like, how the hell did they win with Aaron Glenn? Dan Campbell was a master.
Exactly.
He was a master class coacher with this. I mean, look what's going on in Chicago. Oh, my God, they stink. And Dan Campbell won with those two assistant coaches, right? So I don't know. I found more about Dan Campbell recently that I like. That's why I love Mike Tomlin so much. He's a leader.
I was about to say Tomlin is exactly who you're describing.
A leader.
And he was the linebackers coach in Minnesota.
Either that or defensive backs coach, yeah.
Tomlin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he was a linebackers coach for the Minnesota Vikings. Maybe got to D coordinator.
Maybe for a year, maybe.
But I know linebackers was like his specialty. But yeah, so yeah, I also think one of the biggest important things with being a head coach in the league is the city that you're gonna embellish. And Dan Campbell was perfect for Detroit. Nothing screams Detroit like Dan Campbell.
Yep.
It's like I don't think Aaron Glenn speaks New York.
No.
Andy Reid was perfect for Kansas City.
Perfect.
Right. A guy that had gone through some adversities, a guy that had known that, don't judge was like the thing they said. The guy that has a lot of that in his history comes here after just a catastrophic season of everything that went on. And it's like, here's Andy Reid. All right, this guy's a lovable guy. And then you get to training camp, you're like, oh my God, this guy sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
a perfect fit, though. Perfect fit here. Tomlin's the perfect fit in Pittsburgh.
And
Kevin O'Connell may be the perfect fit in Minnesota, too.
I mean, you have to have some of that city in you as
You
well.
do. It's a good point.
Coming up on the other side, we get to power rankings and why they suck here on 96.5 The Fan. You're home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Hey guys, it's Dusty Likens. Let me tell you about my friends over at GiveMeTheVin.com because I'm sure you've got a car that you're trying to get rid of. Well, I can tell you how to do it easily with GiveMeTheVin.com because they want to buy your car, whether it is your daily driver pickup truck, SUV, minivan, supercar, or exotic. So say goodbye to dealing with all those dealerships and private sale tire kickers and get a true buy offer for your car. GiveMeTheVin.com puts your car right on the money, providing you with a hassle-free online option to sell your car for more. It's as simple as going to GiveMeTheVin.com and entering your car's VIN number or license plate number. You'll get an offer on your car in minutes. That is way above any dealer quote. You can go to one of their pickup locations or they'll even come to you. It's as easy and it's fast. GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer. Hit it, boys.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Discover the latest HVAC, plumbing, and trade solutions with companies like Milwaukee and Champion and 20-plus other vendors at the Kansas City Wind Supply Group Vendor Showcase. Thursday, October 23rd, 3 to 6 at J. Rieger & Co. Distillery. Plus, enjoy complimentary food, drinks, tours, prizes, and networking.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
We know there's a lot that can go on during one night of baseball. Long home runs, epic pitching performances, catches that defy space, time, and gravity.
Climbing the wall. Did he catch it? He did!
But what if you could get all of that summarized in a quick, concise, and at least we think, funny podcast that's under 10 minutes? Check out MLB.com's morning lineup. It runs Monday through Friday mornings on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you love listening most.
This is James Hawkins, president of Golden Oak Lending. I am excited to announce our new low rate of 4.5%. That's right, 4.5%. Your home's equity is higher than ever. Use your equity to pay off high-interest credit cards, pay off student loans, or just lower your monthly payment, and skip 2 months of mortgage payments. Our cash-out customers save an average of more than $1,000 a month. You could be saving that too. Imagine what you could do with an extra $1,000 every month. And don't forget, if your loan doesn't close, we'll pay for your appraisal. We make the process fast and easy, often getting your cash in as little as 14 days. Take advantage now of our 4.5% rate before it's too late. Call 913-890-GOLD today. That's 913-890-GOLD.
Golden Oak Landing cured my blues.
5.442 APR, FHA 15-year, 20% equity, qualified credit, additional terms apply. NMLS 114937.
Today, 85, slight rain, mostly sunny later.
Weather brought to you by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples. That was easy.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Diving right back into it here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports. Fescoe, Mac, and Dusty with you for about another 40 minutes. Sometimes I enjoy power rankings. I do. It lets me know where
Always
people,
fun.
Yeah. Obviously, college football has some work to do. Texas, Penn State, how you doing? Maybe Texas is turning it around. Arch Manning's starting to look a little better.
I hate to be the guy that says maybe they were right when they were all complaining about preseason rankings in college football. And I'm like, nah, they're good. They're fun. Yeah, maybe they were right.
You know, you just let it play out, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, you look at this week's, and I think it's insane how, because I always listen, right? I'll always kind of look at the perspective of, for instance, example one that makes total sense. A lot of power rankings still have the Detroit Lions in the top 5, as they should be. Their offense is fine. Yes, they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. They played a road game against a team that was back against the wall. As Bob would say, they played with, you know, desperation.
Mm-hmm.
They know they got to get to week 7. That's when they get one of their biggest targets back on offense, and things will start to fall suit, right? Like, that's when things will Detroit, their defense will get healthy. Those guys will come back. Now, that idiot Branch who got himself ejected or got himself suspended can't do that. Your defense is already hurt. But I understand why you would still have Detroit there. Detroit is a team that I think in January you will say they're on their way to the NFC Championship game once again. I trust that.
Who else would you trust in the NFC now besides Tampa, right? That's it for me.
I'm putting Seattle in there.
Good call. Yeah.
I'm putting the Rams in there.
Say the Rams are for me.
I'm putting Minnesota in there. They've got Addison and Jefferson back. J.J. McCarthy will come back. Kevin O'Connell I trust as well in Minnesota. They have a bye week this week, so they can kind of get back to where they want to be. Washington, I know they just had a bad loss, but I think they still have enough to get together to kind of get going. I'm not going to get rid of Philadelphia. I'm not going to do to Philadelphia what people do to the Kansas City Chiefs and say they're washed and they're done. That's not happening. I think I trust in their team, but I'm getting close.
I just don't trust their leader,
which is fine.
And they just had another guy retire. I mean, like, people are jumping off that ship. So I don't know. But that's a good point by you. Like, if we're not writing off the Chiefs, we shouldn't be writing off the Eagles. And I think there's something to be said for that, but I also don't think the Eagles look that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, offensively, it's a struggle bus, man.
It just seems like SSDD with the Eagles every year, right? It's, again, the offense is the issue. Can Jalen Hurts throw the ball? Last year they did it, and they came back in the press conference, and Jalen Hurts sits down and goes, is that what y'all wanted? It's like, oh, dude, that's not what we wanted.
Right.
We just want to know if you could do it.
Right.
And now you go into this year and you see the kind of the same thing happening. There wasn't a team or player meeting. There is or isn't an issue. Now they're saying there might be or there may not be fatigue from playing all the way to the Super Bowl.
I don't want to hear that nonsense because we did 8 years of that and nobody was able to give us that an excuse. 1 year of playing all the way to the Super Bowl does not constitute fatigue. And if you feel that way, call Patrick Mahomes and he'll hang up on you.
Correct. And I know there's going to be a lot of people say, well, Seattle hasn't played anybody. Look at their schedule. Okay, fine. But their point differential is where I will judge you. And you are tied with the lead in point differential at 80, or not 80. I think it's, I have it on my phone.
So you're beating bad teams, but you're really beating bad teams.
But you're doing it in the right way. It's
absolutely.
like, you're not winning 1 point games like, the Chiefs' excuse was last year, which now if you can just win, it's okay, which I guess the Chiefs were ahead of the curve there. But again, I look at these power rankings and ESPN power rankings had the Chiefs down 2 spots, but they moved the Lions up. How can you beat a team that you consider still good, still great, still having a chance to be a top 5 team in the NFL, which we all agree the Lions are good, and yet the Chiefs beat them 30-17 without their starting left tackle, without their starting wide receiver 1, coming off a loss where they had 13 penalties against the Jacksonville Jaguars and losing 31-28, but yet there's a different standard. And they go down 2 spots.
Yeah.
And Pro Football Focus has them from 14th to now 9th. So big movement there. But again, like when you do the say it out loud test and you look at these teams, you're like, the Broncos are 7th. What gives you any sort of indication the Broncos are a top 10 team in the NFL right now when they don't have an offense?
Yeah.
And maybe that's the way the Broncos are going to do things this year. We are going to trust our defense, and maybe Bo Nix isn't the guy, but maybe Bo Nix can keep us in the game and not mess things up, and we can go out there and win games 17-10, or we can win games 20-17, and trust in that. And that's that's a thing that they think in their algorithm that can work. And if that's where you think a top 10 team is ranked in the NFL, then so be it. But I just don't understand how you can beat a top team. Yes, totally get it. They were without defenders. Then why is Detroit still in the top? Because they're going to be good, but yet the Chiefs aren't going to be good, but they're going to go down. It's mind-boggling. It's weird, and this is one of those weeks where it's okay to take a step back and be like, you know what? I'm not going to look at the rankings this week because I'd be mesmerized next week if the Chiefs win this game against the Raiders 31-10, and all of a sudden goes, well, here we go again, because I thought Colin Cowherd said it best when he talked about how the Chiefs are back.
Everybody's worst nightmare is now official. The Kansas City Chiefs once again are the best team in professional football. First 3 weeks, Mahomes was wobbly. They were averaging 20 points a game. And in their last 3 games, they're now averaging 32 points along with that defense.
He's not wrong on anything there. Power rankings. Okay, let's have a quick conversation about those. Power rankings to me are how Mac does his Max Pack. Who are the teams that are capable of winning? Who do you think, regardless of record, who are the best teams in the NFL? It's a power ranking. It's not standings. It's power rankings, right? Media companies have been cutting back a lot recently, right? We've seen that. Who's to say this isn't an AI-generated list? and they put into AI, list me all NFL teams from 1 to 32 based on who you think is best. And that's the list that AI came out with. Do we know that for a fact that the power rankings put out by ESPN weren't AI generated? And I'm not trying to make a joke about that. I know where the landscape of the media is these days. There's a lot of AI generated articles on MSN or any homepage that you go to. Most of these articles are generated by AI.
It's everywhere.
And they're terrible and they're awful. Media companies are cutting back left and right. Who's to say that this list wasn't generated by AI? And they said, list me the best NFL teams from 1 to 32. AI's thinking record, maybe. And they
standings.
start standings and all that kind of stuff. And that's how they listed them. Or the other theory that I have on this, and this is a legit one, because everybody's lazy. What if this guy who put together the power rankings did it before the game, just assumed the Chiefs were going to lose to the Lions that night? Had a deadline of Monday at 5 a.m. and is like, I got to go to bed early. The kids are driving me nuts. I'm going to put my power rankings together. No way the Chiefs win this game. I'm going to drop them down. Chiefs won the game. Guys, power rankings come out because he was lazy and went to bed and didn't do his job the right way. And there we sit. Those are the only two logical things that I can think of to have the worldwide leader in sports, allegedly self-titled, go out there and have the Chiefs drop 2 spots in a power ranking where they may have played the best NFL game of the year when it comes to the opponent and how they played. Find me a team that has played a better game this year. No penalties, no turnovers, beat a good team, stopped a great offense, played phenomenally. Who's to say that guy didn't put that power ranking to bed before, he went to bed and woke up in the morning and was already published? And he went, oh.
And he watched the first drive and said, it's good.
Exactly.
Good to post.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good point, honestly, because I think it might have been the cleanest win all season. I mean, they made 2 mistakes, one of which was a fumble that Mahomes immediately recovered, and the second one was that missed PAT. That was it.
That was it.
Everything was perfect.
It was a flawless game.
They ran the ball well. They threw it well. Defense was great.
Yeah, I'm going to chalk it up to we're using AI way too much, and now ESPN, you're getting exposed. And even if they're not using AI, you better chalk it up to AI, because if you have a person that's that stupid, they need to be fired.
That's ridiculous. It better be AI. If it's a real person, that's sad.
Yeah.
So I did see a power ranking. It might be that one, Dusty, the ESPN one, that was just really ripping the NFL standings. Just rip the NFL standings and then put that into a power rankings, which, to your point, Bob, would be kind of an AI sort of thing to do.
So, Pro Football Talks power rankings. Here's your top 10. Bucks, Colts, Lions, Rams, Steelers, Packers, Broncos, Eagles, Seahawks, Patriots.
I didn't hear Chiefs?
No.
Who was that?
From 1 to 10, Pro Football Talks power rankings. So this is your boy Florio.
Hey.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, consider the source.
Bucks, Colts, Lions, Rams, Steelers, Packers, Broncos, Eagles, Seahawks, Patriots.
Yeah, that's a troll job by him. Clear troll job by Florio on that one.
Your next 5 are Bills, Jags, Chiefs, Falcons, Chargers.
Yeah.
At least you got the bottom 3 right. Titans, Dolphins, Jets.
Yeah.
Well, that's easy.
And the Titans went up a spot.
It's interesting.
So we're right next to the Falcons.
Yeah,
Us and the Falcons at the same level.
Yeah, with the Jags above them because the Jags
beat them fine. But what's interesting about this week's power rankings from around the league, I don't know if you guys experienced this too. Either people have the Chiefs as the best or somewhere in the middle, right?
Yep.
Like it's either one or the other. There's no consistency with this. Human beings that I've seen all have the Chiefs in their top 5, right? Robots, AI, fake all have the Chiefs outside the top 5. It's crazy. You watch Good Morning Football, they're doing their top 5 teams. Every person has the Chiefs in the top 5.
Not Manti Te'o.
No, he had him 5.
Oh, that's right.
Teo had him 5. Kyle Brandt had him 2, and I think Garofalo had him 1.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of a litmus test. Do you know ball?
Yeah.
Where are you at right now?
And then you look at AI ESPN, and they've got the Chiefs nowhere to be found. And that's their new term, by the way. They are AI ESPN. Because all of their stuff has to be AI generated. It can't be real. Like Ryan Clark's AI too, right?
He's using AI to write his apologies that he has to make every week.
Yeah, right.
Well, according to his Twitter handle, he's the real Ryan Clark.
Oh.
Nothing lets you know you're more real than putting real in front of your name. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like, I understand it if it logically makes sense. Like I can't go on record and be like, Kansas City is the best city in America. It's not. To me, it's my city, and I love it, but it's not the best city. We all know that. And when you look at that and you see that, let's hold on.
That's a great conversation we could delve into.
You kind of look at it, you're like, Dusty likens local Kansas City. Well, that makes sense. But what doesn't make sense is that Detroit is number 2 or number 3 on your power rankings list. Number 3, right? They were number 1. They dropped 2 spots to 3. The Kansas City Chiefs were 7 and dropped 2 spots to 9 after beating the 3rd team in power rankings. But it's their defense. Well, if that's the case, then you're dropping Detroit out because right now they don't have any power to show you that they're worth the rank. And the Chiefs should have power worth the rank because they've gained Rashee Rice back. And their offense is still rolling.
Yeah, that's why it's AI, because you're making all of these points that like any person could see. But when you ask AI to do your power rankings like AI ESPN does, that's why you come up with that stuff.
Yeah, I just don't, and I don't think they're always the end all be all, but it is nice to see like where they are, because like the way I use them is by mixing throughout the season, like seeing that, in week 5 the Chiefs were the 7th best team in power rankings, and by week 14 who's number 1? We may not even get to know week 14.
That would be next week. You win this game 42-0, they're number 1.
And the beauty about this is like this is going to create a conversation for next week.
Yep.
Because if the Chiefs do handle business like they should this Sunday against the Raiders at noon, I'm excited to see like where they rank after this. That to me is something that I'm interested in seeing. Because
I think it's going to be very interesting to see what they do. Do they poo-poo a big win over the Raiders?
Right.
Because if you poo-poo a big win over the Raiders, then you really need to be celebrating this win over the Detroit Lions, because that's a major win for an NFL team.
And Bucky Brooks.
Oh, he stinks too.
Okay, did you see his top 10
not in the top 10.
No. Yeah. Tampa Bay, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, Green Bay, Detroit, Seattle, Denver, Washington, Philly. Okay. That's fine.
Yep. Again, maybe he put his into the AI machine before he went to bed the night before and didn't realize that the Chiefs dominated that game.
So you all think if they win this game, 35-0, whatever, the power rankings, we see a change?
I think they should, but I think we'll all hear, it's just the Raiders.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
But you can't, because they just smoked the Lions.
Yeah.
You know, like
you're using logic.
I know. I'm sorry. They're using AI.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But no, I'm serious. Like, if I hear one MFer sit here and say next week on Monday, the Chiefs just beat a bad Raider team. What were you saying last Monday when they beat everybody's, love child in Detroit, and they beat them 30-17 and never let them up for air after the first drive?
Mm-hmm.
What were you saying after that game, Bucky?
It's just fatigue, man. They don't want to admit.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
They don't want to admit what's on the table.
Well, you know what? I'm not tired. I'm wide awake.
So we'll see. Chiefs Raiders coming up at noon on Sunday. No fantasy football show.
Nope.
So you'll have to tweet at McMorey 174583, whatever the name is. No, I'm kidding.
It's Make Outer 27. Yeah.
So at McMorey, if you have fantasy football questions,
please do.
DMs are open. He would love to connect you that way. No fantasy football show this week because the Chiefs pregame show starts 3 hours before kickoff. So
that's
it.
it.
Live at 9.
They give those guys a break. Only 3 hours before
really?
kickoff. Get your ass on there 4 hours early, Kling.
Yeah. So you can hear Josh Briscoe's pre- and post-game show on Chiefs Radio Network.
Will Binkley be on from like 7 to 9 a.m.?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby.
We got to get Binkley on from 7 to 9 a.m.
He would do it.
Yeah.
I know he would. Just come in and do it, Jay. Just do it. Who's going to know? I will. I think it'd be great.
There's juice all over the place.
AI texter. The Chiefs dynasty is tainted, bro. Deal with it.
Tainted from what?
Mahomes is carried by the refs and Taylor Swift. Same number.
Did that come in on the text line?
It's the same number.
KC refs are running the NFL. Bills Mafia is better than your sorry franchise.
Yeah. How many Super Bowls do you guys have?
I saw a tweet the other day, and it was great. And somebody said, Patrick Mahomes has won 3 Super Bowls, and Josh Allen hasn't. And some Bills fan come. He lost 2 as well. And somebody quote tweeted, goes, so now this is where we are. Mahomes lost 2 Super Bowls. This is what it's come to now?
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it really
Embarrassing
is.
for you.
How's it going in Buffalo?
He's lost 2 too.
How's your coach's fake glasses?
How's your teams they've beaten 3-21?
That I wanted to get back to that. You brought up a great point. You know, people always look at the schedule and judge. Well, they haven't played anybody. that you play who you play. I've always been a big fan. But this one's different because everybody that's been good has beaten Buffalo on their schedule, and everybody that's been bad, well, they've taken advantage of. Whoop-de-doo. That's an 8-8 football team, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm. Chiefs get paid by the refs. Lions are better.
But it was 30-17. I saw the score.
Chiefs lost by the refs, not Detroit lose. Oh yeah, good. Okay, here we go. Detroit lose by the refs, not the Chiefs, bro. I mean, get it right.
Detroit lose by the refs.
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
Yeah.
Going to AI and saying, please send me a text that I can use at a radio station to criticize the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, Daryl, do it when it matters in the playoffs.
Well, that's the other thing. What has Detroit done in the postseason, right? They've had many opportunities. This may be their year of going to the Super Bowl. They're a good team. They really are.
The NFC is wide open, man.
It is, but I just like them, and especially the helmet that they're going to be wearing this weekend. It's the Honolulu blue with the black lion. Oh,
yes.
my God. It looks awesome.
So good.
Brioche.
Yeah, I mean, it's gorgeous looking, right? So
some of the best in the NFL, some of the best jerseys.
I've always loved their jerseys, and I've always loved their jerseys because it reminds me of just Thanksgiving when that's the only time you saw them. You know.
Somebody goes, was that same texter the one that was talking about baked goods?
Yeah. Oh, Scotty.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't. Yeah. Oh boy, I love it, man. I'm here for it.
Would you guys agree that the NFC is better than the AFC right now?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. I'd have to think about it. It seems like maybe it's shifting a little bit, but I still think all the good quarterbacks are in the AFC, right?
Yeah, I think the good teams in the NFC. I think the good quarterbacks are in the AFC. But I mean, the good quarterbacks. I mean, Joe Burrow's out and Lamar Jackson's on a team that's
a
kind
fair
of
point.
irrelevant.
Yeah. And I'm not
CJ
a Daniel
Stroud. Yeah,
it's
We'll
sad.
see.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yep, not saying he's bad or anything, but
I'm just not a believer in Daniel Jones. I've got scar tissue built up over the years for that guy, so I just look at him and I'm like, I'm not buying what you're selling right now in Indianapolis. So who are the best teams? It's the Chiefs, and who's the second best? Is it the Bills? It has to be, right, by default at this point.
Max Pack, go listen to it. Segment at 7:20. The Rams, the second best team in the NFL.
Okay.
Then the Bills.
The Bills. So
boy, the Packers fell off.
I know, man.
Inconsistency.
I'm a big Packers guy too. They didn't make my top 5.
What happened to them this week that you took them out of the list?
They just have not impressed me. They have not beat. I mean, we're talking about beating teams that you should beat handily, or taking care of business, or even just winning games that you should win. I mean, the tie against the Cowboys. They just have not looked. This was supposed to be like one of the best defenses. They got Micah Parsons. They haven't shown any of that.
No, they really haven't. And that first game of the year too. I mean, they kind of blew out their Jets. Everybody thought that was going to be it, and they may have peaked.
They tied with Dallas. Dumbass.
Davis. Like, that's a tie, and it's like kissing your sister.
Hey, where's that Bills guy in the first 3 weeks of the season? Probably saying the Chiefs are washed.
Yeah.
Now the Chiefs are getting paid by the refs. Which one is it, Kyle?
Your sister's hot.
That's funny. So somebody gets the text of the day though. The refs didn't know the refs told St. Brown to drop that pass.
That's true. I didn't know they told the Branch to punch somebody, or
Yeah, where was that energy for the entire game, Branch?
Yeah, or to not get set on a illegal motion penalty. I'm sure the refs told them not to get set so they could call that penalty, right?
I do agree with these two texts. I'm a Baker Mayfield fan. He's caused me to pay attention to the Bucs.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
How could you not be a Baker Mayfield fan? I'm going to ask that question every day.
I mean, ever since he grabbed his hog on the sideline
Absolutely.
against Kansas.
It was fantastic.
Hey, Baker.
But say you were turned off by that because you're a Kansas fan. You're like, I can't believe he would do something so inappropriate in front of the children.
It wasn't in front of the children.
No, it was at the stadium, but there may have been kids.
Stop.
You know how people react. They
They
knitted their get offended pants.
It was Kansas that affected the children to start. They told him not to shake his hand at the pregame,
Right.
at the meeting.
Yeah, Baker's being a sportsman.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like, oh, you don't want to shake my hand? Shake this.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Not to the children, but to the KU athletics.
That's right. But so I'm sure there's some Kansas fans that will never like Baker Mayfield. But how take that out of the equation? This kid grew up really poor, by the way. I don't know if you've read the story. They slept in their car when Baker Mayfield was growing up. I did not know that. Yeah. So he comes from humble beginnings, went and did a really great career in college, obviously. Turned the freaking Browns around, and then they Browns that all up and, got rid of them. And then he goes to Carolina and had that year in L.A. and Carolina where it was all a mess for him. And he was down in the dumps, and he fought his way back and battled back. And now, Baker Mayfield is like that's America. I mean, it's honestly an American success story there, and people don't like this guy. I love the guy, man. I think he's awesome.
I love him, too. He's the recipient of my worst sports take ever.
Which is?
Not an NFL quarterback. 3 years ago, he is not an NFL quarterback.
My worst sports take may be on the exact same topic. When years ago, when Baker and Pat came into the league, I said Baker will have a better career than Mahomes. That's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad, too.
Pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Nick Wright told Colin Cowherd that if Baker Mayfield wins MVP, he's got to host the herd. Because you remember the backwards hat saga and Colin and all this stuff about Baker.
Oh, yeah, he had a backwards hat.
Yeah,
I love this.
And now this whole season on the herd, Colin's been like, look, I got it wrong. Baker, he is. He's good.
But that's cool. But see, that's the thing. Colin admits that he was wrong on that, and nobody's talking about that. They're all talking about, hey, you had the backwards hat, like, hey, I screwed that one up.
I can see Colin be like, Baker Mayfield he's like onions. You don't like him at first. You don't give him a chance. You think they're gross because people tell you they're gross. And then you try and go, you know what? I like onions. And you incorporate other things. He's good.
It'd be like Binkley with Josh Simmons.
Yeah, I hate that pig. Hey, but you know what? I told people about Noah Williams.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That guy's an idiot, man.
Don't forget Monday's Football Mondays. Hello, that's the wrong read. You can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS. Oh, boy, I'm lost right now. The NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL games all season long, kicking off with the juicy Week 7 matchup between the Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. Coming back on the other side, we get to our poll question and wrap this show up on a Wednesday here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Leo Chanel, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
This is the Let's Revitalize Our Neighborhoods commitment. This is the Roll Up Our Sleeves and Pitch In commitment. This is Busey, where our commitment to strengthen our communities is a top priority. Through energetic, engaged volunteers, through monetary support, community leadership, and advocacy. Because Busey is more than a bank that does well, we're a bank that does good. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth, since 1868. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
When your name's on the paint job, your primer better hold up. Painters trust Kills primers for serious adhesion, stain blocking, and a finish that lasts. Now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same day or next day delivery, or order online and pick it up in store. Kills primers, pro results, faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Hey, it's Rex here with RexBuysKC.com, your local KC home buyer. If you own a property in the Kansas City or surrounding area and want to sell it fast and at a fair price, write this number down, 816-330-6000. I'm a private real estate investor, not some hedge fund or large national chain. My family and I live right here in KC. I can pay cash and close on your timeline, even in as little as 3 days. Here at RexBuysKC.com, we are improving Kansas City one house at a time. I buy inherited houses, vacant houses, foreclosure houses, behind in payment houses, my tenant won't pay the rent houses, and properties that need complete rehabs. Do you own a house that's trashed and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at this number, 816-330-6000. That's 816-330-6000, or go to RexBuysKC.com. That's RexBuysKC.com, and I look forward to working with you.
A lot of times in life, people will tell you to play the hits. It's crazy how, I don't know if it's ironic. I guess it would be ironic that some of the best things we've ever done have nothing to do with sports.
Always is.
I remember our buddy Lynn downstairs. She's always a sweetheart to us. And she came in one day. She goes, I don't know what it is. Ever since you said your grandmother's foot looks like an English muffin, I can't get that out of my head. Nothing to do with sports.
No.
Lewisburg and cider.
Right.
Nothing to do with sports. Mac making out with his fiance all the time. Not sports. I would too. Not going to lie.
I just want to win, Jim.
I'm a lucky man.
No doubt. I mean, everybody knows what Tuesday means for Bob and Jen.
No, it is. That's the stuff that people will always
it's called
remember.
relatable.
Yeah, it is. It's relatable stuff. And that's what makes it fun, because we were going over the words that my kids are telling me I need to know these days. And everybody in their cars going, yeah, my kids are saying that. My kids are saying this. And then you got one guy who wants to bake brownies, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or s'mores or whatever it was.
Yeah. And then, you get all your talk Chiefs, talk sports. Because I told Vern it was his birthday on October 10th. And in classic Vern's way, I said, hey, Vern, love you, buddy. Happy birthday. Thanks, man. Talk Chiefs.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But that's funny because Binkley and I used to do that all the time. Just text back and forth and, just text, talk Chiefs. Because that's the way it used to be, back in the day. Well, just talk Chiefs and everybody would be happy if you talk Chiefs. And so it became a big thing, talk Chiefs, right? And as we've grown and matured and realized like life happens, while you're watching sports, you can talk about those things. It's okay. And it's fun at times to talk about some of that stuff. And it's really fun too for me when people get mad when we talk about that kind of stuff, like legitimately mad. I guess I don't have that part of my brain. I don't think you guys either as well, where you can get like irrationally mad because the show that you're listening to isn't talking about exactly what you want to be talking about at that point in time. Mm-hmm. And they're having some fun and laughing about 6-7 and Riz and all this kind of stuff. And you are so insulated in whatever it is that you do that you have no idea that life is actually happening out there. And you just want to sit here and talk about, whatever it is that you want to talk about when the rest of the world has life going on. Get life experiences,
because
s'mores guy.
The best part about it was, why we bring this in, the best part about today's show, probably, at least in my opinion, was we got a text during the time that we were talking about Bob's kids using all these words. It was at 7:53 a.m. and it said sports radio, ? And, you click to respond and engage with your audience. And the text before they had sent that said, at 11:25, Cody and Gold time, graham cracker base ice cream with cookie dough. Tastes a lot like a snickerdoodle. Sports radio? ? Well, it seems like food was on your mind before that.
Right.
So, yes.
Well, if it's on my mind, then it's okay to talk about. But if it's not on my mind, Dusty, then it's not okay to talk about. Haven't you been around here now for 10 years?
Yeah, I just think that, I just think that it's this today's episode should just be titled Snickerdoodle.
Yeah.
Soft and satisfying. Yeah, crazy.
Here's a cool rumor. I want to throw this one at you, right? Got Yahoo Sports, Dan Wolken believes James Franklin would be a great fit in North Carolina.
Here we go.
I mean,
if Bill Belichick doesn't return next season.
Next season, week 10. I would love to see that's a cool spot to go. Low expectations.
Very, yeah.
Beautiful part of the country, at least in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful campus, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Tobacco Road. You get Carolina Duke rivalry in the offseason. I wouldn't mind it.
And that's I mean, that's an adult in the room, too, I think, with James Franklin after having whatever's going on there right now, right?
Yeah. Beat Up just texted, talk hump day, 6-7.
Hump day. Mike.
It's great.
Yeah, we're getting a bunch of texts now from the stuff that we've done on the show, non-sports related.
Yes,
It's really
of course.
great.
That's what people remember. They don't remember our terrible sports takes unless they're really bad, you know.
Somebody says, I ate a Hershey's bar yesterday and went down a rabbit hole of all the stupid crap Specs said over the years. Somebody says, I always remember the voice message Dusty got from some dude wanting to go to Dusty's house.
Oh, yeah.
Dusty, I need to come over to your house.
I hope to the Lord that man does not find where I
See
live.
that guy that's been walking around every night that you're like, who is that? That's him.
Dusty, I need to come over to your house.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, those blinds get shut about 6:40 every night.
Now they do.
Yeah, well, yeah, it gets dark early, you know. And then somebody says, I don't understand the BBL stinky drop. Well, this was where it came from.
There's a rumor that like my boyfriend dumped me because my BBL stink. And it's just like, the thing about me is I'm very, very anal. Funny. I'm very anal about how I smell.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know who made the rumors that BBL stink, but it's like it doesn't stink. Well, how would a BBL stink if you don't got no open wounds? Why? Because your ass is fatter? You can't clean a fat ass? You don't know how to clean a fat ass?
You do.
I do.
I do.
I mean, it's the most amazing soundbite I think we've ever played.
BBL stinky.
stinky. BBL stinky.
Ugh.
My BBL doesn't stink. Who made up that rumor? And Dusty immediately points to me. Yeah, exactly. But that was the rumor out there. That who was it? Stephon Diggs, right?
Yeah.
Said her BBL was stinky.
Oh, boy. It is our job to give you one last update of the Fescoe and Dusty poll question. So,
I'm loving it. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Yep. So, on Twitter or on X, it is the Wednesday poll question of the week from Fescoe and Dusty. Ourselves, we ask, of course, Rashee Rice coming back to this offense. Can't wait. Tomorrow there'll be more conversations to be had about what this offense can look like.
Well, Patrick speaks today, right?
He does,
Yeah.
and he joins CDOT and Rob from 2 to 6 today. But we asked the question because of Rashee Rice, how can you make this kind of more fun? What is the best rice option? White rice, Spanish rice, combination fried rice, cilantro, lime rice. With the show coming to an end, the winner in the clubhouse is combination fried rice at 47.8%.
No, not even 50% of the vote. So it really was a split vote. What came in at number 2?
Cilantro, lime rice at 25.1, Spanish rice at 15.3, and then white rice at 11.8. So, I mean,
You think the Snickerdoodle guy voted for the white rice?
Nah, you're probably too worried about talking sports.
These rice and cookies and words.
That guy backed into a bush faster than Homer Simpson.
He really did. Yeah, he never responded back to you, did he?
Well, I'm sure we'll get some action tomorrow. We're always a new day. Sun rises in the east, sets in the west. That's another funny email that went out that I became a victim of very fast. Hey, Dusty. Yes, sir. Do not hit reply all every time. Yes, sir. Now I refuse to hit reply all. Well, we have a reply all guy, but that's dissipated.
That has dissipated. Josh did that on accident one time. Have you ever heard that story where he replied back to this PR guy thinking he was only responding to me and our boss?
Oh, boy.
And Spec. And Josh is like, tell this mother bleeper to stop emailing us. And it was to that guy. He got it. Do you think that guy stopped emailing?
No. Why would you? Tomorrow's show loading at Ben Maller, got Nate Taylor. We'll talk about what Andy Reid can continue to prove his word because he said something last week that I thought paid homage to that last game. We'll see if that continues. Chiefs Raiders get closer and closer to Sunday at noon, but hey, every single day, do your job. Go do something nice for somebody. You never know. It could change their day, their week, their month, their year. It is simply cool to care. Kansas City, stay safe, stay kind, stay groovy. Coming up next, it's Cody Golden Drew from 10 to 2. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Josh Simmons, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.